Hello folks, welcome to Garblag Games. We're ready for some Coriolis. As always, tell me if I've got the music wrong, or the volume of my mic, or Graham's mic, or anything else wonky, such as the beginning of live streams are. Help if I just pop chat out of that so I can see. Welcome to, I love the length of this title, Coriolis, Mercy the Icons, Emissary Lost, Part 2, The Kuan Connection, Session 3, Trojan Armadillo.
We should just say welcome to Trojan Armadillo. It sounds a lot cooler. I mean, you can do a ticker tape thing for the rest of it, but welcome to Trojan Armadillo.
It's the new, I don't know, what would it be?
You have two stats.
Codename.
Trojan Armadillo.
Yeah. Full right. Trojan, part Armadillo.
Well, you know, it's just like Orc Barbarian. Yeah, Trojan is your subclass and Armadillo is your race, and we just Teenage Mutant Trojan Armadillos.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Oh, while Naranin Zeta, I know you're here. Right, so we've had some. I'm gonna change over to this screen because we've had some cool art. A couple of cool art things that I want to share. First up. Let's see. So, Lily the Dice Goblin might be related to me, but that doesn't mean this isn't a really, really cute thing. Look at that. So that's the raccoon equilibri toucan things that our
awesome.
Anthropologist has been searching for and studying in the jungle. And then also this wonderful tourist poster. Look, Kua, Jungle Paradise. Disclaimer, actual war going on. Perfect.
That's brilliant.
Giant snakes and spiders in this jungle, and there's probably an ocean monster somewhere around as well.
But that's okay, because there's a disclaimer.
I love the disclaimer. That's
brilliant. That is brilliant.
And then also, you can see them in Ben and Pete's background, but over on Discord, the incredibly talented Narazin Zeka has made some wonderful art for us. So that is Akida, and I just need to find out where I put our doctor image.
He reminds me so much of someone.
It's Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
No,
from it's the Bad Batch. That's who he reminds me of. Without the face paint.
It's a little Stallone as well.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the hair, I think. Like old
I think
school.
Rocky was Rambo was a big influence.
If you remember Cobra,
there you go.
It looks
There
like Cobra.
we are. Yeah, and there's our doctor.
It's Arj Barker who played Dave in Flight of the Conchords. That's it.
There we go. That's a better view. Look at
I think
that.
the doctor maybe wishes she looked like that.
It's an ego likeness. I was listening to June, like the ego likeness of the
that looks like a sort of assassin-y style doctor, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks
really
Doctor of Poisons.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Doctor of Poisons, yeah.
It's awesome. They're all awesome.
They're
real-life
amazing.
data.
They're amazing. It's so cool. People are making pictures of the silly shenanigans we get up to on a Tuesday night. That's amazing. Speaking of silly shenanigans, shall we do some XPs?
Don't forget, we're now up to octuple XP for James.
Yeah, octuple XP. Thanks, Brett. So, first of all, did you participate in the last session?
Did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, that's the easy one. Second question. Did you overcome a difficult challenge to help your crew reach its current goal?
I mean...
Well, I'd say,
I killed a guy.
Someone almost killed you.
Yeah.
I shot a lot of wildlife, and I climbed a hill successfully.
Yeah.
That turned out to be surprisingly difficult, as I fell down it twice, so, you know.
I'd say I
think you should get 2 XP for that, Graham.
I think so.
I don't know whether I should claim
I
XP
learned
for
from the
inventing
fails.
the term Trojan Armadillo or for collecting blood samples of a whole
that's
mess
a
of
later.
psychics.
Yeah.
That's a later one, isn't it? That's a. Did you do something cool?
That was pretty cool.
I think we all. I think we all get that for surviving.
For surviving the fight.
Also,
with...
going into the camp and not getting horribly murdered. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
We kind of went in and had the conversation, which meant
With
we
Dali,
we overcame that. Yeah.
Okay. Question number 3. Did you put yourself or your crew at risk because of your personal problem? We just agreed Zellion is going to get this for being on Kua.
I mean,
Is that...
I-
we just
I
given
did.
up for that?
I did run charging down a hill on my own with a knife because I'd freaked out. So,
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
and it also it cost me my legs in the process.
Yes, you did get critted because of that. As you ran through your backpack. Anybody else put themselves at risk because of their personal problem? No? We all played it safe?
At a push, I guess, but
Nearly, but not quite. I don't think.
yeah.
It doesn't really come up in a jungle, I don't think.
Let's talk about
My
these mealies then.
My reputation with these, with the guys in the camp, coming in with the new people, what could have happened? Could I have been the death of these people, or that kind of thing? So it's just like, I don't know if that's quite enough to risk. I didn't.
I think so.
It was kind of like.
Yeah, I think so. I think Akita gets a thing for that. And what's the edge case for Carvus?
I revealed the fact that I was a mystic to Roir and Akida, but the party members, so it's not. It's like in character risk, but out of character not a risk. So I'm not sure how it would go.
No, I
For your character, that's a risk.
Yeah, I'm down with
Severe
that.
social risk there as well.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Also, I'm still not sure about you.
So I might shoot you.
Don't shoot me, please. Squish on the inside.
How would anyone
Did
know
you
when
learn
you rolled
something
gold
new
armor?
about yourself or another player character?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, very much so.
We learned about Carvus.
Yep.
We kind of learn exactly how badly affected Zellion is by the jungle as well.
Yeah, we learned about the terrible shit that went down on Kua.
Yeah. I'm yet to have my breakdown and tell everyone the full details. I will do.
Right. Is that put us in horrible situations and let me cry, Millie?
Are we thinking like Brittany with the camera crying?
She's gonna shave his beard and his head. We'll need new art from Magnus.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, alright, fine. Not on the Free League channel anymore, mate. We have to pay for it ourselves.
I'm sure we could do a whip round.
Alright. Right, question number 5. Did you sacrifice or risk something for your crew? Did we?
Like, just come.
Not really, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, like choosing to go into a fight probably doesn't count.
I don't think we can double dip the fight.
Yeah, I don't think so
No.
either. So yeah.
No.
I've ditched my research, but that's because they've given me a better avenue of research, so I don't know if that counts.
Yeah. I'm going to answer no for me.
Yeah, for myself, I'll say no as well.
Right, okay. And then the final one. Did you act in accordance with your icon?
I always act in accordance.
We
with my
always
icon. In
take
fact,
a risk.
I did.
Yeah,
I did draw upon the power of my icon. I
You
did
used your
critical.
talent, yeah. You do
I
use your
did,
talent,
so-
yeah. Anybody else claiming
I'm
an
trying to
XP?
help them safe harbour through an unknown territory.
It's the
exploring
traveller
and-
for Akita, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And exploring, discovering
Mm-hmm.
new
Yeah.
Pick up a few
things,
risks, especially with the people in the pod.
visiting new horizons.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Norman Smith
I'd
is
say so.
asking where the fridge art... Oh, no, sorry. Beowulf Reborn is asking where the fridge art is.
Yes, I was thinking there needs to be like a Vordine refrigeration ink. Like, we will put you on ice kind of thing.
Dice
Fridge
Goblin,
mimic.
go!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have people fridges, don't we? That's really
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So how many XPs did we get? James, how many you get? You got 5?
5.
Oh, cool. Are you thinking about upgrading something, or are you gonna?
I am gonna buy a talent. Probably the critty one. You know, the one where you can swap the numbers around. Is it?
As you inflict it, or
Executioner.
executioner?
I think is what you mean.
All right. So you get 2 choices of XPs crits, so you might not automatically 66 someone this time.
Well, yeah, I might.
No, actually, that won't help.
Yeah.
No, it's 66
If I roll like
a
a 62 or something, I can make it a 26 if you want to talk to them. I don't have to immediately kill someone.
Alright, cool. Martin, how did you do?
I got 4 for a total of 7.
Oof, are you going to use some of them?
Yeah, I'm going to spend 5 on something. I'm not decided yet.
Okay.
I'm going to quickly look now.
Graham, how many are you sitting on?
I got 3. I got 2 left over from last time, so I'm going to increase my my mystic powers. So I've got a chance of actually rolling a success.
Oh. Ben, how many are you sitting on now? You got?
I am currently sitting on 7. I got 4
today.
this time.
You thinking
I think I'm going to sit on them for another 3, and then I might inject myself with a cocktail of mystic powers.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I did. So you can take a talent and
a point.
Skill, yeah.
And Pete, how's Akita doing?
I got 5 and I had 3 in the bank, so I've got 8. And I like to spend my points.
As possible. You gonna think on it like Martin?
I'm gonna have a little think on it. I'm tempted by rugged, the talent, because we're in the jungle and survive natural damage, like falling down hills. And I've played in your games, Millie.
Yeah, you have.
So that might be a useful one.
Heavily inspired
but I'm
by
also
The Witcher.
thinking about whether or not mystic powers are awakening in me, because I've been in this kind of nexus of mystic stuff. But I don't know.
I think it's a disease. I'm spreading it to everyone.
You're a carrier.
Everyone gets filthy mystic disease, but me.
It sounds like we
It's up
don't
to
have
you,
to worry
James. You
about
can make it
keeping the
happen.
darkness points
No.
in double figures.
Yeah. All right. So while folks think about that, we'll play an intro and we'll be right back. Go. Okay, so we're back in the jungles of Kua. We have...
Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Welcome to the jungle. We are here for fun and games. We arranged last week with Deli Osman an excellent attack on Beybasin, on the Beybasin, to free the shanty town essentially from his from the Beybasil's ruling. They are drug folks. They keep the town under tight control. They control the mines and so on and so forth. And the Trojan Armadillo plan was formed to smuggle 6 people into the Beybasil compound, and then they would all jump out and attack. That was the plan, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dali Osmond. Yeah.
That 2 were fighting. There you go.
That's who you're fighting with.
Terrified.
Yeah. That's it. That's the League of Donny Osmond.
That smile is terrifying.
It's like I'm
It's a
just
lack
weird.
of person in the eyes.
He's just dead inside. That is not what Dali looks like. He is a big, badass militia man.
So slightly less tough than that then.
Slightly less tough than that, yeah.
His teeth are these big gold grills, aren't they? So instead of being
Yeah.
that creepy smile, they're
I
much
mean,
more realistic.
Next week I'll get on the Photoshop and do it properly.
Okay.
I'll make Donny Osmond look more gangster.
Oh god.
I look
Maybe not.
forward to seeing this for sure.
So Dali is getting everything on their end ready. We've had a resupply. We found out that our friend Hakim knows where the rounds we're looking for that we brought from Coriolis, these strange vibro rounds that explode in a certain way. The militiamen have them, and they get them from the conglomerate. Yeah, they've got a weapons dealer in the conglomerate. And I guess part of helping out here is going to get you a trip down, or the names of the contacts and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you know, the militia get ready and set up everything, Dali leads the 5 of us through the jungle to a place where he can point out like Beybasin. So there's this beautiful view as we're on a ledge over Beybasin, and you can see down into this shanty town. One of the biggest features here is this drop, this big hole, and this is called the Hyderis sinkhole. And he points at that and goes, "It's very deep, friends. Let's not fall down this when we fight." And then he points across the Red River. That leads. You can see the monolith in the distance there in this picture. Mm-hmm. He points across the Red River. This is where the Beybasil's home is. This compound across the river. What we'll do is we'll bring the drop pod to the docks there, put it on a boat, and it can go across. Everybody else will have to make their way through the souk, across the bridges, and into the compound. When we take them captive, the Beybasil leaders will just give up. They're weak. And then we'll have liberated Beybasin. We can take over those red fields. All those puppies will be ours. We can then form a cooperative drug cartel where we'll have, and he laughs, equal shares for everybody. Yes.
I mean, we are traders.
Yeah, we'll be distribution.
Believe it when I see
5%
it.
distribution when whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like.
If we get our ship back and get exclusive distribution rights from this biggest like cooperative plantation, then that's a good future investment right there.
Yeah. Whether you believe him or not is entirely up to you. But just to give you an easier sort of map, so you can see this map here. We were somewhere around the top. So it doesn't quite, the view that the other image shows doesn't quite cover the whole of the map. And what we have is, let's press a couple of, let's get me the right thing, press a couple of buttons. So obviously this is the sinkhole, this big blue bit. That's the sinkhole that we saw. In the other image there's loads of houses and stuff around the edge. This has water pouring down into it. This is the souk in the middle. Harbour souk, and you can see, you see it's like it's basically like market stalls erected. There are tents. It's nowhere near as pretty or as organised as the souks on Coriolis, and that kind of stuff. Beybasil HQ is over here, in between those two bright red and green poppy fields that they've got nicely organised. So the interesting thing that Dali will also have pointed out, and nobody when they were writing this book were British, so to them this is probably not going to have the same ring, but there's a basil bridge.
We could definitely make that go boom boom, eh?
Yeah,
Really?
See? And this bridge is the
I'm gonna have
only...
to download another background picture now.
Yeah, just making James just go all over the internet. This bridge, this basil bridge, is the only connection if you want to get across to the Beybasil's compound by foot. Unless you're going to go across on a boat, which is what he's planning to do with the drop pods. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is going to have to go through the boat. Through the bridge, and at that island that links there is the new spaceport, and it's also where the Free League offices are, and it's just where this book was written and printed. Everybody is there. No, so the Free League is actually a faction in Coriolis, and Some folks might have faction standing with them if you were playing this adventure. We don't. We pick smugglers.
Free traders. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Free traders. Yeah. I forgot you had PR. But yeah, so that's and by new spaceport, it's called new, but it's probably about 30 years old. It is essentially a big open space and a satellite dish. That's a spaceport for these guys. What else have we got around here?
Are all the buildings on that far side part of the compound?
On the far side, yeah, near where the Beybasin HQ, they are all proper actual buildings. Like they might be, prefab style stuff.
Mm-hmm. They're not shanty crap or lean-to things or that kind of stuff.
No.
They're like structures with roofs, solid roofs, and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good quality stuff. And then
I love your info animations, by the way, Millie.
They're brilliant, aren't they? I love them. It's good fun doing them. And then you've got the shanty docks down there as well, and that's the way the pod will have to come in. You see that little track down at the bottom of the map on the bottom left? Mm-hmm. You have to roll the tank track along there, along the docks, load it onto some sort of barge, and take it across to the HQ. And that's part of the plan. So Dali has a plan. Part 1, bring in the drop pod. Part 2, convince them we are part of the Berbasils and get it on a barge. Part 3, everybody else makes their way around. Somewhere in this bit here is where they have their militiamen, their thugs. I think they've got those exo-loaders as armour. You'll have to figure that out. I'll be in the drop pod. Part 4, fight your way across this bridge. And part 5, meet me for the final fight with the Berbasils. Yes. What do you think?
Sounds great.
It's a solid outline that could do with a little detail work.
And he looks down at the place. He's like, it's easy.
Look around the camp at all these people.
Yeah. It's fine. You come in down there, bringing us on the drop pods. You put it on a barge. You can set a timer on these things to wake us up, can't you?
When you say everybody else has to fight their way all the way through the souk and the bridge and through the camp to meet you, to daintily help you step out of the drop pod.
Yeah.
Who is everybody else? Is that us and all of your boys that are in there with you?
Well, you can all. You brought me this. This is my drop pod now. You brought me as a gift. So all of you.
Do we not just take all of the coffins out, put loads of people in, and just deliver a whole box?
You need a distraction.
Yeah, we weren't
If
gonna...
this thing arrives, they're gonna check it out or something.
Six people in a box isn't going to be enough, surely.
Yeah,
well, that's why everybody else has to fight their way around.
Like, it's much easier to shoot the militiamen in the back while they're trying to go to the bridge.
As far as I was aware, as the kind of perpetrator of the Trojan Armadillo, was that somebody was going to pose as the driver of this truck, drive it into where we're going. The sleeping pods were going to be hollowed out, ripped out all the pods and sleeping beds and everything like that, to cram in as many people as possible completely awake, get into the centre of the camp, and then that's going to be the point at which we spring an internal ambush, because we're going to be in the middle, they're going to be unprepared, and as we spring this internal ambush and fire rockets into the sky and light it up, then...
And lie on the floor and shoot our guns in the air!
The only problem with that, Zelian, is what if at the dock they open the door?
Well, we will have a incredibly persuasive and convincing member of our team in Carvis that will ensure that they don't. For whatever reason, but I assure you, I've seen Carvis work his magic on people. He can make people do what
magic
to do. So we get it in sealed, and then, although it is only going to be like 6 to 8 people in a pod, if we're in the center of the camp, we can cause more chaos, and then the rest of Donny Osmond's backing group can, in harmony, come across the bridges and storm. So while we
I don't want to be in that drop pod.
I am.
No, you need to be driving.
No, I'm better at range. I'm better if I'm.
Yeah, but you know the area, and you look local.
No, yeah, I think
Like their boys
Beg your
did.
pardon.
You're more local than. No offence, but these
Sure.
three. And judging by the remains that I was able to see intact of the Beybasin troops, they looked more like local militiamen and less like off-worlders.
We have a separate conversation from everybody else in the camp.
So you
Can
wanna...
I like tell them to like?
Yes. Okay. So Dally.
Cool idea. We're just gonna go and have a
We're gonna
conflab, and we'll come back and
count
and,
rounds and synchronize.
check my
watches.
grenades.
Yeah. Okay. Dally is like, okay, I'm gonna go and look at this, my new toy. I'm gonna make sure we can cram a lot of explosives into this thing, make some good fireworks, celebrate the liberation of Beybasin, and the new work we will do for the people with taking over all the drugs operations from the Beybasin. No problem, friends.
Sure.
We've gone from like slave liberators to like
Drug barons.
hostile takeover venture capitalists. When did this happen? I thought we were like.
Did we not come here with a completely serviceable plan that would work really well, and then
Really? We came here with people in a drop pod.
people
That's
in
the
a
plan.
drop pod was a
How
better
many-
plan
how many
than the
people
version
can-
that currently exists?
How many people do we think you could get in there? You know, it's on the back of the thing. How many people do you think?
My thoughts were this drop pod is not going to be delivered into the center of the camp and opened in the center of the camp. It is going to be taken into some kind of medical facility, some research facility somewhere where doctors, researchers, whatever, who are doing this work for these people are going to open it and look after it and do all the defrag work. That place they open it, I assume, is going to be one of the less guarded places. If we can, using the element of surprise,
A secret lab.
incapacitate the people opening it, preferably in the most quiet way possible, then we've got a place in the camp that we control without the rest of the camp being aware of it, and then from there we can sabotage, infiltrate. We could pack the pods with, like Donny Osmond was saying, tons of explosives, so that once we've got out and infiltrated, then we could light them up and.
Yeah, I just don't really want to go in that pod with him.
Oh no!
Yeah, I didn't. I thought
Either we're all in that vehicle and they're attacking outside, or the other way around.
My
I don't
plan
want
was to be in the pod. I'm going to be in the pod, 100%. I think Akita is better at range, like you said. You can scout the area and you know it better. I think Carvis needs to be the
Face.
grease that makes the wheels turn. So either driving the truck or co-driving the truck.
Yeah,
I would appreciate it if So if Kishar, Carvis, and I infiltrate via the truck, and Akida and Ruia potentially scout for positions, make sure that the Dali Ali doesn't actually just leave us to it and kind of make sure that they attack at the same time.
Yeah.
We can be the left hand and you can be the right hand, and we can kind of come from the outside and the inside, and yeah.
Well, if you're thinking
there's
of
the
going
steeple.
into a lab, it makes more sense to have me with you in there, where I can throw on a lab coat and blend in.
That's also a good
Well,
plan.
Yeah.
True, but I was expecting going to the lab and then popping out of this pod going, haha, I'm not frozen. Have some machine gun. Doctor. Yeah.
Dr. Evil.
I'll try and think of a cool thing when I'm there. I'll use the pod travel time to come up with a cool line to say. There's no vaccination against bullets.
Science this.
Science this. My science.
I might be able to get us quite deep into this place, but the problem would come is if they at any point discover us, we're going to have you stuck in a drop pod that we're going to have to open whilst we're under fire.
So,
Okay,
Can
so
I not
shall I
rig
sit in the
it?
cab? Shall I sit in the cab with Carvis then?
And
can
I'll
I
sit
not
in the
rig
back
the
with
drop pod
pods
to
ready
open
them?
on, like, with my communicator signal and things like that?
What are you trying to do? Sorry, you trying to open?
Unless we go in with Carvis and Rawia as actual scientists and say, look, the pods aren't going to open. There were some damage in transit, whatever. They're on a deep freeze. They're only going to open at 1 in the morning or something. So just leave them to defrost, and then we sit and then wait until everyone's kind of on night shift and infiltrate and do it that way. And then Carvis and Rawia can try and blend in, learn what's going on, say they're new recruits from wherever. But that relies on those two doing a lot of manipulation and deception.
So I think if you just bring the map back up for me.
Yeah.
It looks like it's set up so we're not going to be able to get in the drop pod on the boat very easily, because the first thing that happens is you meet their militiamen, who presumably know that some of the other militiamen are dead and have lost a truck.
I think we can get to the docks without going near the souk, can't you?
Yeah, you just come in through this bottom.
So like we come in through the bottom left, but that's where the militia are, yeah?
I thought militia were up the top guarding the bridges.
Yeah, the militiamen. Where are we?
So so if you're on the left bank, you enter from the bottom left.
Yeah.
And if you go along, there's some small docks.
Yeah, some small.
We can get to
there.
Mr. I can't call him anything apart from Donny Osmond now.
Dally.
Dally, without hitting any militia.
There might be militia walking around, and there'll probably be militia like.
But they're not all going to have the knowledge that the truck was lost. They might.
But not the
just
barracks.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
At this stage.
we can just pack it on a boat and see if anyone tries to stop us. Then.
Yeah.
I think we're better served using the pod to go in and trying to get Dali's men to come in over the bridges.
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
Maybe we could
should do
take
that.
him with us so that he feels included. I know nobody wants to, but he's probably going to insist because he thinks we've given this to him as a gift.
Although, I think on a secondary as well, if we do bring Dali Osman with us, it guarantees his men's cooperation in a sense. He's not going to let us go in and then go, oh, no, we'll wait till... we're making him commit to the deal, because if his men don't go in, he's in the danger as well.
Okay,
so it works twofold on that.
He doesn't know how the pods work. So if we explain to him that we need to have someone with technical skill on hand to operate the pods, that's me, I can be in the back operating the pods.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can stock the pods with whoever we want in whatever structure we want, asleep or not, as you choose. If you think being asleep is what we need to do to get past the militia, we could do that. If not, then we just go in and close them up.
I think
then
we
he
risk
sends his
it.
men around the bridgeway and they assault the militia, which draws attention away from the delivery of us while we're on the water.
Actually, that gives us when the militia attack, we can go, oh my god, they're coming for the drop pod, and shove it on a barge and say, no, we're just going to hop across now before those guys come and steal it.
Yeah, we could say like, oh, we think we were being tracked through the jungle.
Yeah, that gives us some...
Even tell them that the attack is coming.
And also, if they're busy being attacked, they might not be so ready to be like, oh, no, we need to check everything.
Yeah, where's your security identification?
The best lie contains a fragment of the truth.
Yeah, cool. So when we get to the docks...
basically cash, isn't it? So they're not going to want to risk losing the cash, as it were.
Especially this one that's full of what they believe to be...
the right colour,
psychics.
the black crosses, isn't it? Yeah.
Cool, so we go to the docks, all of it with the crane and the pods, with the pods full of militiamen and meat. At the same, as we get to the docks, their militia attack as a distraction to the north. We sail across, get into the middle of the camp, and while the attack's going on and everyone's distracted, jump out.
No, I think the second part of the plan is what you were saying about sneaking out.
Yeah.
And just try and secure part of the camp and then just pick them off one at a time. That's where Akida's skills come in, really.
We first blood our way around the camp. Yeah, sounds good.
So they want to take
Especially if they're
over.
all taken away.
What was your... Sorry, Zelium, what was your objective on this mission again?
So we need to find where they keep... Well, so this part, I don't think we'll find the Emissary or we'll find Nur. So the Beybasin, we need to locate whoever's in charge who could tell us what they've been doing with Coriolis, where they've been shipping people, how they've been interacting with the patriarchs.
Sorry, with all the things been going on and I've lost your initial, what you told me earlier on. So it's good just to make sure I'm focused on the right thing when we get there.
The Beybasin in this camp know about the operation that's been going on between Kuan and Coriolis and the shipping of mystics, and including Nua, my niece, technically, and the emissary who was taken. So I don't know if they're here. If they're here, we need to rescue them. If they're not here, we need to find someone who knows where they are and what's happening with them and what's been done with them. So yeah, we don't want to kill everybody. We need to find who's in charge and their science
just
people
their computer
on their computer logs.
Okay.
Control it.
Yep.
We don't even need to stick around and make sure that the fight is won. As long as we get in, find that person, we can extract them and book out if we need to. That's the plan.
So somebody needs to persuade Dali that he is coming with us and his men aren't, then, really.
Sure. Sure.
I suppose you'd like me to talk to him then.
Everyone in one turns to Carvis. Somebody needs to.
These lovely gentlemen. I can never talk with them, I guess. So let me just read. So just one last time, this plan is because
I imagine like you've got things, like the drawing on the floor kind of thing. Sticks
So
and that
Zellian
kind of
is
stuff.
Okay, where's the armadillo?
yeah.
we need an actual armadillo.
Who is going inside this drop pod?
Carvis is the pineapple.
I think it's Dali and us going on the truck with the drop pods.
Yeah, who's in the drop
Across.
pod? And we have some of his men in the drop pod.
Along with Zellian and Dali, yeah. Is Akida going in the drop pod as well?
No, because Akida is a ranged fighter.
Yeah, I think I'll sit can I go in the truck or something
You want
with
to drive the truck and
Carvis and
Yeah.
be there for
But you could be the militiaman that hangs
I'm
out
not-
the window with
yeah.
the machine gun, can't you?
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
can we get one of those little
but-
car things? The space Toyotas.
Space Toyota.
Well, you've got the tank track. Remember, we blew up the space Toyota.
Well,
I feel I need an AK-47 if I'm
yeah.
Do we know if the militiamen we killed had any kind of uniform? They're not all
They
wearing
had that
I'm in the
badge.
Beybasin.
Yeah, they had a
They
jack.
just had the badges.
Yeah,
badges,
so we
like
can
the
we can
jackal on
acquire
We
those.
need-
I mean, the
Yeah,
military
we
guys
go-
must have a ton of trophies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need to make
there's
sure
a
you're wearing
few.
one of them.
And the militia guys all seem to have this black scarf they all wear.
So
Shufa.
what
Yeah.
I want to do is go over to Dali.
Yeah. So he's
Like,
he's over there and
yeah.
he's doing the same and he's like,
Yeah.
I am in the pineapple with you, and you. These guys are going to put the pineapple on the boat, and he's that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a
I like-
string to pull the boat across the
I'm like,
across the river.
Dali, and put an
I've
arm
actually
around his
got an
shoulder.
idea. Why don't we
and-
put him in the pineapple now, and then we'll talk to the sensible guy?
So yeah, go over to him, put an arm around his shoulder. Like, Dali, come with me one more. We were just discussing the details of your plan.
Yes, I've
And
just
then-
been feeding it
yeah.
back to my men. We're
Yeah,
very
I was-
excited that you're going to clear out all of Beybasin floors.
Bring him over to our side of the plan where we've been doing the details.
Yeah, you've
And
got a pineapple too.
Point out all the stuff with the pineapple and the fact that he's with us and not with his men. And be like, no, I think it's a brilliant idea what you've come up with for this. And we all agree that you coming with us as the face of the operation and to be everyone knowing that you're going to be in charge and showing your face to everybody around here is going to be the best way of doing this. And then sort of points out the ideas that we've had and where we're going to be sending stuff. And I think it's a genius idea what you've come up with.
And I can guarantee at least a 64% chance of you surviving the time in the drop pod.
And he looks at Akida's like, maths is not my strong point, but yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. Let's make a manipulation roll. You've got a +1 there from our doctor, Raiwa. Raiwa.
And minus 2
forget
for my
that.
teeth. Is
Rowea.
Space Rowena.
That doesn't help.
Oh, you managed to. Damn, I forgot your face was smashed in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I still got.
Does that not help you with mercenaries? Because they're a bit more edgy and I appreciate the battle scars.
Still
No,
got
this
7
time.
dice, so it's not too bad. 2 successes.
Just
now.
2 successes.
spitting blood in his face doesn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. bits of gum at him.
Yeah. My entire thing is just to keep talking to him about it and make him believe that this is his idea.
All right.
And-
Okay. So Dali is.
Can I help? By like, oh yeah, and like patting him on the back and going, that's cool. Oh, that's going to be awesome.
You just
know.
push the little rocks around in front of him so it looks like cars.
Yeah. Beep, beep. Boom, boom.
Every so often, hit a small rock with a big rock, so the little rock goes flying off because he'll think he's the big rock.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you got 2 successes then, Martin.
That's big
Two
rock
successes, yeah.
energy.
2 successes. All right. So he does look a bit confused, and there's this whole sort of like spiel going on. Was sort of trying to pull the wool over his eyes, and maybe this is partly why Sabitha, our free trader, often engage the services of Carvus to arrange a better deal. We can see the less than preacher side of him as he tries to pull this fast one over on Dali, and he's like, all right, so like I said, I'm going to be in the drop pod with some of you and a couple of my best lads.
Yep.
And he points at Akita, you're driving, and which one of, and he points to Kashar and Rayua, which one of you is doing the technical stuff? Is
Yes.
it you both?
Oh. They're both good from different places for this.
And
I'm a doctor, so I can make sure that you live. Kashar is a technical expert, so she can make sure the machinery is working fine.
right. And he points at Zelian. He's like, and you're fighting on my side, yes?
Absolutely.
It's a long pause.
Good old chap.
Got to
And-
consider the question. Like, am I fighting on his side? I'm fighting, and he's going to be there. So yeah.
Well,
I mean, he is tangentially on your side.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Millie,
I'll
is
be
the-
in, I'll
is
be in the bucket
the-
with him.
sorry, Emily, is there like some like really bad black motor oil somewhere?
probably.
Yeah, I'd like to get some, and I'd like to paint my lips black.
Oh, like the Beybasin did on the
Beybasin.
Okay, yeah.
Look at that callback, Carvus.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So
I mean, I would do the same, but I wear a face mask.
You over there,
Yeah.
I'll do the same.
You're gonna.
And then I'll just like rub it around, and then I'll just go full blackface.
Just full
because-
jungle cover.
Yeah.
And push you in the water.
Once Dali goes away, I will say, do you want me to actually switch on his fridge unit?
Ooh. Didn't we rip all these out though? I thought the
No,
plan.
you haven't ripped anything out of the thing.
One's broke, I think.
One's
The others-
Broken,
One's
but we could put
broken,
him in. We could put him in one of the working ones if you think he's going to be an inconvenience.
That's a good
Nah,
point.
I mean, we just let him loose. I mean, if he goes out there and we go in a different way, then
Yeah.
great.
I mean, look
think
at it
his-
this way: if
yeah.
he goes out, does something crazy, and gets himself killed, well,
As long as he doesn't do it with a jetpack, so he joins the cool club, it's all good.
I don't think he has a jetpack.
I know.
No.
Which reminds me, do they have any fuel?
They might. They
Can I
might
roll
do.
to see if they have any jetpack fuel?
Yeah, let's make it.
Did we bring it?
He's got
Yeah.
bits of it. Yeah. One
I
to
have it.
1 to 3, yes. 4 to 6, no.
God damn it!
No.
I rolled a 6.
The closest thing they've got to jetpack fuel is actually booze.
What's the strongest stuff they got?
And
That'll do.
Dali's coming back with a bottle of it, like to share among it. Like, you know, everybody, before we go to battle, we must have our last drink, kind of thing.
Hang on. I'm gonna put it in my rocket tank.
It's a bit morbid. The last drink.
Well, he's, you know, if we go in like we're already dead, we'll fight harder and we'll win.
Victory is life.
Yeah. Kapla.
Get it? Kapla.
Kapla.
Oh no, that was a bit Jem Hadar from.
It was
Pink there.
Jem'Hadar.
Yeah. Okay.
Well done, Ben.
Ketracel White and all that. That's what.
So
they're
we had a lot
farming
of Babylon
inside.
5 last time, so I thought I'd Deep Space Nine it this week.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so yeah, Dali's sharing around some booze with everybody. You see that there is about 15 or so militia who are tooled up and ready to go. They're gonna like 5 of them look like they've got a bunch of rocket launchers and are going to make their way back to the ridge where you were looking down on the town, and they're just going to shoot the town with rocket launchers. That's going to be the
That'll be distracting.
That'll be distracting.
Indiscriminate rocket fire.
I mean,
Cool.
as long as that
Not the bit we're
indiscriminate
going
rocket yeah, exactly.
Not the ducks.
Stray rocket launcher.
I mean, you know, they've got average.
I must admit,
Average aim.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's
Be
like
alright.
a
It's
mild
okay.
difference.
Yeah. They're NPCs. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Are you any good with that? I'm moderately competent.
I watched a YouTube video.
Amber smiles on us. It's fine. I'll
I've
roll
been
those
going
dice.
to Rocket Launcher Club for 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure I've got the basics down.
So that they're going to go off. They're going to get a bit of a head start. Dally, like who's going to be on the outside? He brings a cage with a dove in it. It looks like a bird of some kind, and he says, "So they know that we are ready to get the party started. When you're ready for the attack." I don't know why I did that, because it's definitely an attack. It's not a fake attack.
Because
Attack.
you know,
100%.
you know those rocket
I love
launchers
how-
are going nowhere near where they're supposed to go.
Throw this
When you're
bird,
ready for
release
the
this bird.
property damage,
Yeah, release this bird, and they will release. They will start shooting their rockets.
can I
The-
just check they're
the
not
plan
aiming at
Dove's
the
the
birds?
symbol of peace.
They're not aiming at the
I'm
birds,
the
right?
first horizon.
The plan is in the middle of a dense jungle canopy to release one bird, which will be seen miles away.
No, just
Good.
when you're in the docks, when you want the attack to start, release this bird. They'll be watching for it. This
Okay.
white bird in the docks
Oh
to be
my god,
released.
this is going to be death by parrot. If there's any other white birds around, let's kick it off.
Under
Please
no
tell me-
circumstances should anybody eat this delicious plump-breasted pigeon.
Is this like
I'm thinking
an
of Willow,
albino
where he
bird? Like
releases the bird and it
there's
craps
no
on his
other-
head.
Yeah.
This better not be the equivalent of a pigeon, and there's like 400 of them just messing around.
I'm going to look out
Oh,
for
God,
all the white birds
it-
I can find to
It's
try
a
and disturb
seagull.
them.
It's a seagull, isn't it? They've given us a seagull on the docks.
I
to
think
start
Akita,
something.
the entire journey, is going to shoot down every other white bird just in
Yeah.
case. Like, not that one. No, no.
No,
There's only one in the sky now.
just clear the air. But yeah, Dally gives you this bird.
All right.
Release this, and then they'll know when to start. Once they start fighting, the rest of the militia will come through behind, like they have been chasing you. They'll load us onto the barge, and we'll get into the Beybasin camp. And whilst we're trying to take out the Beybasin, they will capture
Sounds good.
the town. It will be glorious. We'll have a party, and then tomorrow we'll get to making some.
We'll all drink lemonade.
Yeah.
Do you have 5 minutes for me to explain the concept of radios?
Nope. Birds in it.
You haven't been long in the jungles of Kuan. Nothing we have that runs on technology like that lasts for very long. It's very humid. The
It's all
condensation-
sweaty.
It all gets inside the units. They give up. It's part of why we have not had a planet-wide revolution, and we're having to fight town by town, village by village for freedom.
Okay.
Mine-
We know
mine
the
still
message.
Works, and I can give it to the rocket launcher boys, and the rest of these guys can communicate with them on it. I mean, I admit it's less glamorous than a random bird.
I look to Kashar and say, don't rely on it. As much as Dali may be a glorified bully boy, he doesn't know what he's talking about in this respect. I've been into the depths of these jungles and I've called for help and no one came. When you are lying on your back, surrounded by the limbs of those torn from your squad and screaming into a radio, and then all you get is static, it is of no comfort. These things have a habit of breaking. At least a bird can't die on you in your, well, it could, I suppose.
It's not going to betray you, though, is it?
I hand you the bird cage and sort of like pat you on the shoulder by shoving it into your arm, say, "Call it Felicia."
Well, I'm going to be in a box. I hand it to Carvers.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
climb.
not the bird.
I climb in the drop pod. I'm ready.
Okay. Are we switching Dallies on?
Nah.
No.
He's going to be next to me, and we're going to talk war strategy
All right.
while we're being in the armadillo.
And are
In
we...
fact, I say to him, bring 2 bottles of the finest booze to the pod. Let's go.
Ah, yes, I like this. And are we spending a couple of hours trying to rip out the insides of the pod to fit 1 or 2 more guys in?
Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay.
Because like the bays, like standing up, the bays must easily fit 3 to 4 people.
So, just who's on the outside? Who's
Everybody,
driving?
everybody but me and Dali are on the outside.
All right.
I'm going to
So-
drive. Unless anyone's got a better tech score than altogether 6.
6.
My pilot altogether is 5.
Oh, is it piloting or?
Akita's going to drive. Yeah?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
Well,
Well, I was
think-
going to be in the cab, definitely.
Okay.
Maybe like
Ready to hang
like
out a
Ben
window.
was saying, like
Yeah.
well,
So
someone
I
hanging
think-
out the window with a gun.
From what I understood, Rowena is going to be the kind of science person looking after the pods.
Yeah, I was going to sit in the back of the pod
Yeah.
with a, oh no, I'm just making sure that everybody's asleep.
Yeah.
Take.
yeah.
Carvus is the captain or whatever who's going to be in command. We need a driver, which will be either Kashar or Akita, and then I thought we were going to have a militiaman, which I think Akita might be better at because then you can sit on the top with like a gun looking slightly
Grumpy.
just get you in jackal gear, and then that's what I
That does
know,
make
but-
more sense.
So yeah,
Can I have the last nub of a scar?
You'll have to gold plate your bow to fit in.
yeah, we can do that.
Sure. Okay.
Could bling my bow. That sounds cool.
Okay, so we get some shitty jackal jackets with badges on. We put some oil on our lips to stain some of them for Carver, so he looks like he's a member of the Beybasin. We refresh all our ammunitions, and we rip out a bunch of stuff from the inside of the things, and then we does Kashar fake some readouts so it still looks like it's operating? Is that what
Yeah, for
we're
sure.
doing
Yeah,
there?
if there's something on the outside that tells you what's going on. Yeah.
Okay. So we have a montage of all this happening.
Had a montage.
We have a montage, proper 80s montage, Rambo A-Team style kind of thing.
I like to imagine Kashar just ripping out loads of wires, failing to put them back together, and then just drawing a readout on a piece of paper and sticking it on.
No, she's actually quite good at technology.
I
isn't she?
failed the very easy technology roll, so I'm dialing that back a bit.
Would you like to make a roll then to see if she needs to get paper out?
Do you know what? I think I will. I think
Sure. Let's
Kashar, have you got your mojo back?
have a redemption roll.
So
for
this
Kashar.
is a data gin, I
It is a
assume.
data.
Or it should be all ones. Just
Well, it was going to happen at some point. I do actually get 8 dice for this. So. I got 2 successes.
There we go. Easy. Told
Back
you.
in the game.
Told you it was easy. Yeah. So you rip it out. You keep the bio readings and everything going on the ad on it. So they.
Can I use my extra success for something?
Yeah. What are you trying to use it for?
So, do our communicators still work or not?
You've only been in the jungle a day. So yes, they do.
Cool. So what I'd like to use my extra success for is either so that we can press a certain sequence of keys and it'll pretend like one of them's having a meltdown, or for us to just have that as a thing on our communicator we can set off. So if we need a distraction or a diversion while someone's saying, "Oh no, I don't believe you," then one of the pods can start malfunctioning.
Okay. So you want to set up an app protocol?
Yeah,
like a wireless
basically,
app?
yeah, not just for me, for Roia as well.
Okay. So you set that up on two tabulas, little
Yeah.
communicators.
So all that will happen is the display reader will start saying that
beep, beep, beep. Cardiac arrest
the
imminent.
pods are critical
or
and all the rest of it.
Okay. And then we load it onto our little tractor, and we spend a long time trundling through parts of the jungle, hacking, machetes out, forging a way through. Because even if there was a path here before, Kua grows fast, and we're going to have to hack it and push our way through. all the way through the jungles. So we had. I just realised all our music has gone.
Dice Goblin has suggested that the white bird is a goose, in which case we're all in trouble when we let it out.
Yeah. Honk. Honk.
Oh,
Honk.
some fridge fan art has just hit the Discord, by the way.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
I need to join the Discord.
Yeah, do.
Is there a link in chat?
There will be in a second.
We can make that happen. There you go.
Okay.
That's
Thank you
really
very
quite
much.
good as well. I am very impressed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, even better. Musaka inside loves it.
There we go.
That's definitely a mimic.
Sounds very pleasant, doesn't it? This music, this jungle noise.
Yes, the jungle noise is back.
Yeah, there we go. That makes me feel better. As I spent 10 minutes trying to make it work earlier, and it wasn't. And then it stopped. All right, so we forge through the jungle, hot, sweaty, terrible jungle, as we make our way through the travel. We remember a thing I didn't do last time, which is. Where's it gone?
It's the sound of an angry goose.
Yeah, that is the bird. Alright, I need everybody to make a survival roll. Your own individual survival rolls.
The survival go off again?
Wits.
Wits.
Oh, this is bad.
Can can my compass help?
No, this is not a compass. This is not directions in the jungle. Nice.
I just got to try it every time.
Do we get a bonus for the aircon in the cab? Because I'm guessing it's about jungle conditions and we are in a vehicle. So
there's no aircon in the cab. I don't know what made you think there was aircon in
I'm
this.
rolling the window up and down really fast.
The dove's wings flapping.
Let me waft this paper at you, Akida.
I got 3 successes.
Oh, you're fine. You've been in the
Can
jungle for
I
ages.
borrow one?
Can I support the
I got
others?
1 success.
All right.
Can I? Anyone mind if I push
I
to
got
get
no
a?
successes.
I don't want to be tired when we get there.
I got no successes.
I got no successes as well. So I guess we either all push or none of us push. I'm assuming we're going to push just for,
Let's all push.
giggle.
I've got 3
I-
successes. Can I use any of them to help you?
All right. You've got 3 successes, so you keep 1 for yourself, and then you can give a success to 2
Well,
other
I'm in the
people.
back, so I guess that's Zellion, and who else was in the back?
Is it Carvus?
I'm in the car.
I
That's
get
Sure.
7 dice at it, so
Oh,
if
yeah.
I push, I've got a good chance of getting.
Well, I'll help them set up the cab then, and
I
I'll
have-
give
I
my
have 2.
successes to Carvus and Kishar.
Thank you. Me and my 4 dice can relax.
All right. So,
I'm gonna push.
So 1 was enough then.
Yeah, 1 was sufficient. Yeah, 1 was
Okay,
sufficient. I
cool.
just needed to pass.
All that jungle
Yes.
experience stands you in good stead.
All right. Okay. So
I did roll 5 ones though in this roll. That's not good.
That's getting them out of the way, though.
so
Good
yeah.
job we don't have botches.
Yeah, that would be bad. So between common sense, perhaps some of the things Rauiwa's pact, Akida's knowledge, Zellion having a moment where he remembers what it's like to be in the jungle here. We managed to keep all the pests and the bugs and the disease, the mosquitoes and such away. And nobody is bitten or succumbs to any of that shenanigans. Nobody gets dehydrated because it's so hot and humid, that kind of stuff. We all make our way to the edge of Beybasin with little kind of problem other than the very sort of excited militia who are finally going to go and kick some ass in the town that they've been working up to for probably months. Dally, who's getting a bit drunk in the drop pod, chugging back this alcohol is Cahol.
Boop, boop.
Yeah. just chill him out, literally. He's not listening. He's probably telling Zellion about this one time he went into the jungle and attacked a Legion camp, but they were all sick because they'd been drinking the water or something.
Is it like this one time at jungle camp?
We chased the Legion off because we took them a load of fruit, but really we'd never washed the fruit and it was all poison fruit, and then they all got diarrhea, and it was really funny watching that at their camp. And it's not a funny story; it's really gross, but he thinks it's funny.
I'm fine.
I have a serious fear that as we get within like 100 meters of where we're going, there's just gonna be a bunch of guys hanging out the back of the truck firing assault rifles into the
Yeah.
I've got my hand hovering over the on button for the pods, just in case they start getting too rowdy. I beep.
Like at the end of Demolition Man.
Carbonite, you bastards.
Yeah. What have we got here? Let's see. There's a wagon journey. Should we put? No, it's the wrong type of wagon.
Rolling.
We can sing the roll 'em up or hide song if you like.
Yeah. No, okay.
Boy, my ass is swollen.
Alright, so we get close to Beybasin. It's a very different kind of feel by comparison to the jungle. So you get close, you can see people moving around. There are some traveling like little carts, like street sellers, and they've got like oysters and mussels and clams and that kind of stuff. And there are people, some sort of lemon kind of thing, and they're literally just a couple of and it's actual paper script. Nobody here is using like transactors or anything like that. It's all cash kind of thing going on. Absolutely bustling, people walking around with baskets of like fruit and things as one shift ends and the next one kind of comes, and you can see as you're making your way along the edge of the it comes to a point where you can't head any further in this tractor, but you've gathered like a bunch of sort of kids running alongside, that kind of stuff, and just trying to scam you or steal from you or whatever, as kids are. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Get out of it, kind of thing. Yeah, that sort of stuff. And as you get like towards the end of this path where it's getting too small to go, a couple of Ramesses Jackal kind of put their hands up, and you can see there's two of these guys, and they're kind of standard sort of Ramesses Jackal blokes. Stuff Akita would have seen quite regularly if he's walked into town. They've got the jackets on, and they've got some sort of carbine or something slung. But behind him, like a couple of paces away, it looks like what's the best way to describe it?
Space Marine and Terminator armor.
Yeah, Space Marine and Terminator armor. No.
Armored power loader.
Yeah, so it's a bit like a power loader. More like, in District, District 12?
Nine.
District 9.
Where he's got
Great film.
Part of the suit on, and it's all a bit rough and ready and a bit
sort
of, bolted together and zipped together. And a little bit like what is the other one with Matt Damon where he tries to go up onto the
Elysium.
Yeah, so it's a bit put together like that. And
cool.
He stood there. He's about 2 foot taller than everybody else. Doesn't seem to have any weapons on other than this mining drill on one sort of arm. And he's just there, just being like, I'm badass. Look what I've got, kind of thing. I'm backing up my buddies. And the guy puts his hand up. He goes, whoa. What's this? There was nothing going on today to talk about this. What's going on?
Yeah.
Are they just like approaching the car?
Yeah, you can see them. They're pointing up. They're shouting at like Akita and whoever else is in the cab. Like, what's this?
So I'll roll down the window, or electric down the window. I don't know which one it is going to be for this one. In this cab.
Roll. Definitely a roll.
Yeah, roll down this window.
There's no window.
Oh, it's all just lean out the window. Just point this guy like gesturing him to come over here.
Yeah, so he comes up towards the window and like reaches up to the cab to sort of swing open the door so he can look in and see you. Also, probably so there's less armor between him and you when he wants to shoot you because he's a badass.
Yeah.
I'm going to look across at them and look at them like, I really don't give a shit and I'm really bored.
Okay.
Like, this happens all the time. Yeah, whatever. And I'll be just like,
Yeah.
look out the window for a second while, you know.
Time for a break.
Right.
What's
Something
this?
happened with. It's a late drop. That's what it is. Something malfunctioned, and we're here to pick it up. Now, you get up there and make the way for it.
And he looks at you, goes, "Who sent you? Are you? I've never met you before."
I'm Zaresh. I'm the man who's replacing the guy in the sewers.
And you see him, and he like looks over to the guys behind him and kind of thing. Yeah, make me a manipulation roll, please.
Yeah.
Is there a way you can help in these situations? Like, can I give a
Well, yeah, you
aid or
can
something
aid,
and give him a die or something?
so,
Does that not
yeah.
work like that?
Yeah. So you'll get like a dice from everybody else acting all chill, and you can have an extra dice from you've actually got a Ramesses Jackal wagon and a drop pod and all that kind of stuff. So you can have plus 2 dice.
I'll be saying something in the background like, does he not want it? Man, we've got to get down to the docks. What's going?
Through
Come
the
on.
jungle, it's just a
Well,
Two
we're gonna
successes.
have to get down there and tell him he doesn't want it. Oh, this is
Fetch
crazy.
me
You know, just like
some
grumbling like a
orange
driver.
sherbet.
So the other guy who's not in the exo loader, the exo armor, he leans forward and he goes, did you hear that the guy, he must have come because they had a fight, and he points up to Coriolis. They had a fight up there, he must be, and they lost and there was a death. And the guy looks at him and then looks at Carvus like, no, I'll tell you later kind of thing. And they go, oh, yeah. Okay, no problem, boss. We'll go and get a barge, okay? We'll go and get a barge. Just wait
Good.
here. And you can see them, like, as he puts his arm over his mate's shoulder, it's kind of like, no, one of the bar managers was killed. He must have been in charge, and now he's been sent down here because he fucked up or something. Like that kind of thing. Yeah, and they walk off towards. You can hear like a bar, like people shout in. They probably like push some people around and harass their way towards a place on the docks. And then you maybe Akita and who else is in the cab? They can see him sort of waving to the other side of the river, kind of thing, stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a barge, like this big old skiff-like thing, sets off from the other side and it's just like across. Really crappy kind of like no expense at all.
Spent.
Yeah, no expense used on this kind of thing, and it just sort
Corrugated tin kind of
of like, yeah. Somebody's
bolted together.
The
Somebody's
worst thing
gotta
about
book
this
it.
is it's giving me horrible flashbacks to my teens because it was just like this.
just yeah. You spent a lot of time on
Got to
Kuan.
get the vehicle in position to like really slowly.
Yeah, just slowly creep through the
Yeah,
through the
just
suit
like,
kind
well,
of
it's not
thing.
even here yet. I'm just gonna be like
87-point turn.
I'm really paying attention, but I'm trying to look like I don't give a shit.
Okay.
So I'm just like,
Flying casual.
Yeah. Okay.
Nonchalance.
Nonchalance as you move through the markets, creep your way forwards. There's about 20-30 minutes of this as folks sort of spend some time waiting for the boat to come across. There's probably somebody who comes along and they're like mussels, clams, 2 bear for the clams, 2 bears, that sort of stuff as they walk by.
I'll get some money out. I'll take money out with one hand and then I'll get a
buy
thing with the other.
some Yeah, I mean it's a stark contrast to like the 500 bear baklava we had on Coriolis.
Right.
It's like a bear for a plate of
No
clams.
seafood
You got ripped
for
off.
violence is my new mantra.
No, they didn't. That's how it goes on there on Coriolis. Unfortunately, it's expensive. So yeah, the Akita's given this beautiful plate, like a looks like it's woven from some sort of leaves, or pressed from some organic pulp kind of thing, full of clams, chunk of like lemon and that kind of stuff, and some picks, some wooden picks to eat with. It all looks really fresh, really beautiful, probably churned up from the river that morning.
I'll offer Carvis or Zergon or whatever you said your name was. Zeresh. Zeresh.
I'll like take one without looking at him.
Yeah, and eat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Punch your way through the shell.
Flick the remainder out the car.
I love the idea of just biting through the shell of a clam, staring dead into the eye of the guy talking to.
See, like broken teeth on one side, like.
Now he knows how you got the broken teeth.
Yeah.
You're supposed to. Okay.
Very
guy's
hard
gonna
call
help.
to do the same thing again.
Yeah.
Eventually they've called over the barge. It arrives on this side of the river, and they've called up like a bunch of, and it looks like teenagers, and maybe some old guys, some old stevedores or old miners kind of thing, and they've called them up quite aggressively, like being real shit to them. As they gather these people, and you work out like these folk are here to literally manhandle the drop pod off the back of the truck and into position on the side of the boat.
Don't we have a crane?
Yeah, you have a crane, but they're going to make the locals do the hard work.
But I want to use the crane.
Yeah, but
It's fun. You get levers.
yeah, but why would you use the crane when you can belittle locals?
I'm gonna step out of the car and go over to the, like, are they speaking, what's the languages actually? Are they speaking
Kuan.
Kuan?
They're speaking Zeni,
Zeni.
which is like common essentially.
I'll sort of wave them off, like,
But a lot of the I was
I
gonna say,
just told you that this is a delayed cargo due to damage. I don't want these lot handling it.
no problem, no problem, boss. But if they're just going to sit around and do nothing, we've already given them a couple of burr each.
It's a couple of burr.
He looks at you like, it's a couple of burr. He's like, all right.
It's a lucky day.
Who's this?
And I was like, stood there with like this golden rule. It's like, do I look like I care about a couple of burr?
Do I
That
get to
sounds
do
like
my
the-
job now?
The opening
everybody?
line of a children's book. Just because your accent, it sounds like bear. Like,
Bear.
I
We're on
care
a bear
about.
hunt.
about a couple of bear.
I mean, we are on a bear hunt, sort of. Get paid.
And
yeah.
sort of,
Is the crane difficult to operate?
No,
Will I need to roll dice to operate the crane?
Only if you want to.
No, I don't really want to. I'll just take my time and do it. But I'll be like, nobody touches my truck, all right?
Okay.
Get out and be like, you've had some burn now. Go on. I've still got the clams. I'm just like,
Gotta do the Michael Caine poppy
Put some in your pocket for later.
yeah,
Pocket clam. Yum.
pocket clam. Mmm, dusty.
So fresh.
yeah. All right,
So
let's
yeah, I'll get up and
get this drop pod off this back of this truck.
Alright.
So
So
whoever's got the crane.
So Akita manipulates the crane. It's slow going because watching as it goes onto the barge is like, should I let go? It might sink by the look of it. It's that one of them, leap of faith moment sort of thing. As you
the one with Dalian. Can I bump it a little bit?
bonk kind of thing. Yeah, just.
There is only the one. We're all in it.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, sorry.
it's one
Yeah.
big fun.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
me.
I'll just give them all a bit of a bump.
It's just me as well. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Got a
know.
weird sense of humour.
I got on the earpiece, having been bumped onto a barge and feeling the splish and stuff, to Carvis. And release the doves.
No, it's
forget.
too early.
No, when we got on the
Oh, we
barge,
should
it
do
was,
it now, definitely.
When the barge gets across the river.
It was when we got on the barge, so that we had time to distract them. So when we got there, they were all
Once the
running around.
barge is moving, release the birds.
I think
because-
halfway across, let it go.
Yeah.
Because then they won't lock down.
Dally goes, I think I'm going to be sick if they swing it like that anymore.
And I will forcibly push his head away from me.
Is this
So that's your corner. Stay in it.
is this what spaceships are like?
And I look at him and say, "If only it was this good."
Oh.
Have you ever flown a jetpack into the void of space before? I'll tell you a story. It will distract you.
And I'll give him a sick bag.
True story. I flew a thing into yeah. So Dally is feeling nauseous after that. We load it onto the boat and we watch as it drops into the water. Like there's barely like half an inch or so above the water as we wedge this thing on the barge. The guys in the the militia guys are like, I've never seen them come to town in one big thing before. Normally we just take the coffin things out.
Damn it! There's damage. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they're very big.
I know. I was surprised too.
Yeah.
I was surprised too.
And
Look, don't, it's not worth your trouble. I wouldn't bother poking your nose around too much. There was a bit of a problem with this one. We've got to help see it over the river to make sure there's no problems. I'll point at Carvis and be like, this guy knows what he's doing.
all right, do you want me to turn your truck around?
I'll back it up. Don't worry. And then if can I leave to leave it here now? I've got to help get this across.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And he's like
Yes.
10 bear to watch it for you though.
How about I give you 12 and you don't fuck around with it?
Nah, yeah. It takes 12 bear off you.
And here's me debating about leaving my concussion grenade under the accelerator.
Not a bad plan still.
Yeah. So we get it on the boat, we back the thing up, we give the guy 12 bear to not fuck around with your truck. I was trying to say it the same thing there.
Truckter.
Truckter, yeah.
Trucker's a great word.
Yeah, truckter.
It's like a really bad transformer. Truck-tor.
Yeah.
Shit heaps in disguise.
Yeah, turns from a truck into a tractor. Really boring.
Equally bad at both.
Hey, look, I knew a little boy. He's now not a little boy, but he would have loved that. That would have been great.
Oh, Astro Train was one of the best Transformers ever.
And we begin sailing, chugging across the water, to get to the other side of the red-looking river.
Yes. So at about the halfway mark, I'm gonna go and release the bird.
Release the dove.
Do we have to make a survival check for the bird? Is it dead?
Just yeeting into the sky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, you've got to take it out of the cage first,
Yeah.
right?
Was anyone
That's
good
fine.
at distance?
Just throws it in the sea, in the river, and it drowns.
Flies off, honk honk. All right, so we open the cage. The bird flies up into the air. It's obviously some sort of homing
Goose.
dove or pigeon goose. Yeah.
Peace-seeking goose.
Peace-seeking goose. Goes looking for a bow.
Can I fire it on my bow?
It's
Like
dead,
a
so you
head
tie it to your
start,
arrow,
basically.
and shoot it into the air.
Yeah, on a grenade one, so it just explodes feathers
Explosion
everywhere.
of feathers.
Do you think they
Suddenly
saw
it
it?
stopped being Rambo and has become Hot Shots Part.
That was the first GIF I put on the Coriolis channel to relate to my character.
No, the bird is still alive. It flies up in the air. You see the guy who's like piloting the ship, piloting the little barge GIF thing, is like, what? He looks at you really confused. Like,
It's a Coriolis thing. It's just some kind of good look. What's it?
yeah. And we were going to be like, quick, we need to get on the boats fast because there's an attack coming. And
No, that was the plan.
and we didn't do that. So this bird.
I was a bit. I think we were worried that they might go. No one can move anywhere. Stop where you're going. You know. So if at least we're on the river, then
Yeah.
We have to get somewhere.
The bird goes into the air. It flies up a bit, and it must be some kind of homing pigeon or trained dove.
Pack goose.
Pack goose, yeah.
Attack goose is great.
And it flies off like back towards the jungle where you've been, and then about 3 or 4 seconds afterwards, because you guys obviously know where to look, you're ready for it.
I'd like to sit next to the guy who's driving the barge at this point and just waiting.
Splash.
Is that what's happening here? He's just going in.
No.
Yeah.
I can't pilot. We will be piloting this ship.
3 or 4 seconds after it sort of gets to this high point above the town, above the shanty town, you see these 3 sort of bright spots in the jungle above Beybasin, followed by like this arc. And it's a very familiar looking thing because it's something that recently hit your ship. Oh no, you had to dodge, had to pilot your ship.
Yeah, I pressed all the right buttons.
Pressed all the right buttons, made the right sort of prayers, and didn't. And down come these 3 rockets into Beybasin. There are explosions, bits of like shanty town fly everywhere. They hit like the souk near the edge of the sinkhole, and not far from Akida's truck. It's not really his truck, but our appropriated truck. Not far from there.
It is my truck now.
It is your truck now. You just paid 12 birr for it.
Bargain.
And people scream, bits of fire everywhere. After a couple more moments, the time it takes them to reload. The guy on the barge is like, "What the shit?"
The second
and he starts.
I do
You
that,
see him start scrabbling for his pocket, like he's probably got.
Yeah, and they'll put a Dura knife right to his neck as I'm right next to him. Like, you keep driving this barge forward, or I will take your head.
And I will check his pockets.
All right.
Got to make that 12 birr back somehow.
Gonna make that.
Hey, I
okay.
paid 12 birr for a truck. That's not bad.
That's right. I definitely want a manipulation. Like, this is intimidation style stuff. So a manipulation roll to see whether he thinks you're serious enough, or he's got a chance here with the
It's a
2.
bow and arrow pointed at him as well.
I just feel
yeah.
that...
I point a bow and arrow at him and search his
3
pocket.
successes. And I've just got malicious as a talent, so I do an extra point of stress.
So he's stressed as well as.
What kind of priest are you, man?
The angry kind.
Yeah. Yeah, the furious kind.
It's a tough, uncompromising priest.
Definitely.
Faith and furious.
Yeah.
Faith and furious, I love it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that with a 3-second response to recognise a particular bird, it feels less militia and more ornithology club is what we're hanging out with at the moment.
They're all
The
twitches.
militia's just a side gig at the weekends.
Yeah.
Do you hear a little cut?
Yeah, it's all about the lesser and greater spotted warblers.
I wonder if we press the angry mob, will that make everything sound?
So is that what
Yeah,
we've
there
got?
we
We've got the jackals on one side and the lesser spotted warblers on the other.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, they're called
Stuck in the middle with you.
They're called the Shaukar Militia. That's what they are. The Ramesses Jackals, they're the bad guys, and the Shaukar Militia, that's Dali.
They seem like the other bad guys, if we're being honest at this point.
I didn't write the book. Can't blame me for
Drug
making.
dealer 1, drug dealer 2.
Yeah, bridges fall, everybody dies. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
New campaign. No, we don't want to start a new campaign.
No, I'm quite enjoying this
I
one.
like this one. So yeah, this guy, he goes white. He looks at the Dura knife. Probably there's like right next to
very
him.
sharp.
Yeah,
Press
And-
ever so slightly into his neck to draw some blood.
very close shades. And Akita, who's like, got this ready.
No, I'm just going to come over and like search him and go, oh, he's serious, man. Don't, He did the same to me. I'm acting against my will.
You'd be like, help me. We can get out of this together.
And I'm going to search him.
Okay. This dude, I don't think he has much on him. He probably has about 12 birr. just for the sake of it. He has a knife. It's not a Dura knife. It's just a knife.
Sure.
And he has like some entry cards. You know, like an entry fob or something.
Sounds good.
And then
Give that to Carvis.
like a Nokia 3310 because you could drop that in the river and it would
Oh, yeah.
survive, kind of
That's
thing.
the next thing we
Oh,
have
yeah.
to kill people with them.
Burn a tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was after. Communication.
yeah, and one
I'll
of them,
take that.
yeah, and like an old, really robust tabula.
Can I sneak that to Kashar without anyone seeing? Or would that be like open the drop pod and throw it in and then shut it? Is that too obvious?
I don't
I'm
think
not
Kashar.
inside, am I?
Kashar's not in
Oh,
the
you're not
Dropbox.
inside. Okay.
Yeah,
In which
it's
case,
just
I will
me
just
and
give it. Sorry, I will just give
big
it
guy.
to Kashar.
Thank you.
And the guy looks at you all like, this is not gonna go well if you're not who you.
All you need to do is drive a barge. Don't worry about anything else.
And you can see you're getting close to the other side of the river by now. As you look over to the other side of the river, the guy who was there, who like waved him off and pushed the barge out, he's got his back to you, and you can see he keeps looking over, like, and
Yeah.
he's obviously like, you know, talking to someone, shouting to somebody further in or something. The docks, there's these two long piers, and then like a chain sort of guard fence kind of thing, and he runs along the docks as you come in, and he's doing this, he's like come on kind of thing, but he's
Yeah.
running away, running into the compound, not really watching you, sort of thing.
Once we're getting close to the compound, but sort of he's like the back's turned. I want to like just like either push this guy aboard or just conk him on the back of the head to knock him out.
Alright, what are you going to do? Close combat or force?
Do you want me to just kill him and stick him in the river?
Why? Why are we hitting the driver of the boat?
Because it's going to raise the alarm.
Yeah, it's Jackal.
But not against us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Be like,
well,
oh, they just attacked
wasn't-
me.
Exactly. Why did we attack him in the first place? I'm a bit confused.
He was
'Cause I don't want
driving
him
the
to say
boat.
anything.
So we turn, yeah.
He was looking like he's about to do something. Like he had a burner phone on him to communicate.
He looked
Yeah.
at me funny.
I'm in a box. I can't comment, but I'm not sure this is going where I wanted it to.
Zellian, you know you'd be the first person to chop his head off, so don't worry.
I'll try and knock him out, I think, actually.
Okay. Alright, close combat.
Melee, strength. Then give her a knife. Two successes.
2 successes. Alright, so the way you knock someone out is you have to get their stress down to, like, their mind points down to 0 rather than,
Right.
thing. So let me just check this dude is not particularly, Alright, so you've already done, you got 3 successes before with your Intimidate.
Yeah.
So you're doing 3 points of sort of mind damage to him then, because you do an extra one because you're mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Delicious.
I can convert the thing into a intimidate to try and if it
No,
knocks him out like that. But
because the other option, I think one of the options for your stunts in the book is that you can inflict stress on people.
yeah,
Which will knock him out.
and we'll do that then.
Which is what you want to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
'Cause,
Make him faint.
yeah, make him poof, like he was already
On edge. Yeah.
on edge, and you've just thing, and that's just you're still going to do the physical damage as well with your base attack, but your extra success will
Yeah.
do that kind of mind point sort of attrition. And yeah, he goes down. He's a bit bloodied as you sort of knock him out. He drops. Do you push him over the edge of the boat? Now he's unconscious, or do you let him slump into the skiff?
He's knocked out. I'm just going to push him somewhere where he can. Is it like a
Push him towards me.
push him towards you?
So you can push him off the edge.
I mean,
This is why we need the military guy to keep us on the military track. We're just all
if you
over
push
the
him
shop.
into the bottom of the skiff, into the bottom of the barge,
Yeah.
he's
there
probably
like a little
going to
cabinet or
drown because there's about 1.5 feet of water in it.
Oh, we got fridges in the box. Let's put them in a fridge.
Okay.
Don't chuck him in my fridge.
Is there a cupboard on the skiff?
I mean, there's like a place where they put
Has anybody got any
ropes.
sunglasses we can
Yeah,
weekend
can we
at
stick him
Bernie's?
in a...
Weekend of
We just-
Bernians.
Just...
As I come again, just put him on the wheel, like.
Just tie him to the tiller and
Can we
put
stick him in a
Yeah.
cupboard?
Yeah, there's like one of
yeah.
those,
I'll
And then
push him
stick
towards
a
Akita.
bill hook through the handle or something.
There we go.
yeah.
I don't want to murder the guy, but I don't want him raising the alarm.
We had no alarm to raise. We were undercover. We should.
I'm then going to put 3 bullets through the door. No.
Into the cupboard. Boof, boof.
It's an intruder in the bathroom.
Because you won't have to it won't be
Sorry.
an empathy check to. Oh, I got that. All right, okay. Sorry. So I was
I
thinking.
mean, I both laughed and went ooh, so...
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's where I set most of my humour.
yeah, you know.
Just you and Frankie Boyle on the same level.
Oh god.
Oh gosh. Anyway, moving forward, we're not murdering this guy. We're going to try and get the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we get the boat into the dock. The guy is already sort of heading into the compound. You can see that there's some sort of like exo loader kind of thing on the other side of the fence, which was something that they probably used to offload it. But you gather from talking to the guy on the harbour, they don't normally get these big drop pods over this side. They normally just get the coffins. So there's nothing really over here to lift the pod into the compound. So
When we came up with this plan,
We
There was
didn't
no-
realise we properly fuck it up. Yeah, that's what I was
no,
just thinking.
I was under the impression that they got the drop pods and took them in, and so it would make sense that we drove it in. If I knew that they didn't take them in it, then this whole plan makes
Well,
no
we just
sense.
we just didn't have the right information, did we? That's
Yeah,
the problem.
This whole plan makes no sense. Fuck it. I'm just gonna kick the top off and shoot him in the face.
Well, let's
Yeah.
wait till we dock.
Are there any pods? Are there any coffins still inside the pod?
Because we turned them all.
Yeah, there was one.
Yeah, there's
one
one.
that was an emergency one in case Donny Osmond got out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I might say, I'll see if we can get the see if we can get a coffin out. Get the coffins out.
Yeah.
And
So-
I'll go into the pod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're positioned in a way that means I can like.
Angled so you
So-
don't get... Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this guy who was on the dock, he's ran into the compound, and as you watch, out of one of the other outbuildings, a space Toyota pulls out. There's 6 dudes on it, and they drive off. They drive away. Like the guy who was like, "Yeah, bring the boat in." They just get, and you can see like they've.
Oh, he
got-
just gets on a thing and goes off.
And they're all going because there's
Yeah, they go
there's
into
a
the
fight on the
riot.
other side.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
The river.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Can we get in the compound then?
I'm going to go and get in the X-loader thing.
Yeah, so you can get in the compound. The gate's open, although it looks like it's starting to roll close. In which case, you remember you've got this fob in your pocket.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Carver's
kind of
has got
thing.
it.
Yeah. And yeah, you can see the exo loader on the other side. As these guys jump in the stuff, you can see on the far building of the thing, this guy comes out, 2 other guys behind him, and he's got like binoculars, and he's looking past you, over you guys, towards Beybasin. You can hear like gunfire and screams and shouts, like bellows of like free Beybasin kind of thing, as the Shakar militia are making their way across the docks. There's an explosion of some kind that looks like it might have come from near where Akita's truck was. We're not sure.
What?
He's not doing a very good job of looking after your truck. But the Shaukar guys are making their way in. More rockets are going. This guy stands on the thing. He's got these much fancier than like regular binoculars. So he looks out. He hands them to this other person, and he's in like a dressing gown or something. You know, he's not. He's just some sort of crime syndicate lord.
Big
Lebowski kind of thing. And he turns around and he goes back in, and you see like the doors shut, and then there must be some sort of automatic protocol or something that goes on, because like the windows on the front shut, and like shutters go. Yeah, he's totally like, oh shit.
So badly.
Oh shit.
I'm just going to knock on the pod 3 times. Let's go. Okay.
Dally throws up in the pod.
Just finished. We've stopped.
And then,
why are you sick now?
And then passes out.
Of course he does.
Well, you know what? That's probably for the best.
I tell you what, can I actually go to the entrance and have a look around the immediate interior to see if, you know, we could all just jump out and run into the camp?
So you jump onto the pier, you run along. You can see there's maybe one more group of militia, some guys jumping into, maybe they're like on quad bikes and whatever's left behind as they tear around, kind of thing. They head off along the track, dust flies everywhere, kind of thing. And you can see, there's the gates are there. There's like a beautiful fountain in the middle of the area, in the middle of the courtyard, kind of thing. It looks fairly easy to get into.
Can I go and get in the exo loader?
Sure, yeah. You jump out, you run over, you get to the gate, you realise you need the fob to open the gate, you run back, you get it off Carvis, turn around, you run back, you open the gate. Yeah. And you jump in, you fire up the exo loader. Yeah.
Because they've locked the compound with gates and windows, I take it.
So the main building, this is my
inner sanctum.
This is my house. Looks like some sort of security protocol has gone down.
Cool.
That's okay. You've got an exo loader.
That's what I'm just going to pull the wall off.
And we've got a terrorist that we can blame for it.
You got unconscious Dally Osman, yeah.
Oh, we do, yeah.
Zelian, do you want me to wake up Dally or not?
I'd say stick him in the freezer.
You're not there. You're firing up the power loader. It's up to Zelian.
Very good point. I'm doing the robot in the robot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Our whole plan is not valid.
It is still working. Everything's fine. There's just minor changes to the original scheme. We're
just not in the building we want to control yet. That's all.
Sometimes when you're doing research, you get thrown a curveball and you have to adjust the nature of your research to adapt to it.
Given that he was supposed to be a violent, raiding, chaotic force with us, and we don't need that, we now need infiltration. I would say we turn the pod on and leave him to freeze and wake him up when it's all over.
In that case, it's probably more ethical to just leave him, and if he chooses to get up and go and do his own thing, if his people turn up and find him frozen, we're going to look bad.
Yeah, we'll leave him then.
Okay. Dally is asleep, unconscious in the pod. You've got 2 of his militia guys who just laugh at him. Clearly they've seen this big talk, no action from Dally before.
I will use my 1 point in. No, I don't have 1 point. I will use. I'm a combat veteran with medic, so I'll
put him in the recovery
position just to make sure he's not choked to death.
Yeah. Cool.
Do we want to leave his men with him?
Yeah, they can just.
You two guard him and wait for the others to meet you.
Yeah, no problem.
We're going to infiltrate the base now.
He goes, there's no animals in that base. It's just, the Beybasin. Are you sure, Doctor?
It's not just animals that I research, these people need to find something in there, and I think they might have scientists in there so I can help them.
Okay. And then he pulls out of his pocket, like, a knife. He goes, do you want a knife?
I've got my spear.
He looks at you like, all right, crazy doctor. Puts his
You know, I
knife.
also have an accelerator pistol and a knife already, but thank you.
Oh, good. Take care. Good luck. I'm gonna watch the boss piss himself again.
We saw nothing.
They
He
like,
was a
frequent
heroic
occurrence.
and natural leader of men.
yeah. They just laugh. And they're like, yeah. One of them sits down on the side of the barge and lights a fag. I've done this before. So we get out of the drop pod. We make our way to the edge of the compound. Kashar has got herself an exo loader, so she looks a little bit like a masked Ripley.
Right, well, over to you,
So-
Bree. I don't know what you want here.
Well,
I'll do what I can to support you.
We could do a semblance of the original plan. If I use the loader to pick up the coffin, obviously it's empty, but nobody knows that, then we can walk it up to the warehouse and see if they'll let us in.
That works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that
Go for
fine
that.
with everybody else?
So we're gonna go to one of the edge buildings rather than the big building at the back, which is where he.
We need to get in the big building. If we
Do you want
can
me to get in the coffin? Will it help?
No, no one's going to know, are they? They're just going to see a loader carrying a coffin.
But they've got glass fronts.
the loader
Yeah.
that's on the dock, does it have the same mining weapon that the other one did that we saw?
It looks more like it's used for what Kashar's suggesting, so it's got like pincers to heavy lift. There is the shed, the garage you saw like the quads and the motorbikes coming out of. There is like a garage there, so if they've got anything like that, it's probably in there. And then there's a bigger building behind that looks more like a big old warehouse, the H-shaped one. It's like, as you can see, it's sort of like a...
I think our goal now is, given that they've locked down and we don't want to know, they might be looking at escape. We could have a private garage at the back and taking shuttles or whatever. We need to get into that building as soon as possible. I don't think infiltration now is going to work per se, but if we've got a power loader that can rush to the front of that building and rip off the metallic, the shutters,
Yeah.
or if we can find something else that'll use it to help us get in, then we just smash and grab, basically. I think that's my plan.
What's your plan? Maximum destruction and kidnapping.
Throw the coffin through. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good plan.
While we've got a distraction, we just beeline for that house and take this power loader. If we can make a detour to one of the warehouse to see if there's anything else in it, I'll run to that while you go forwards, and then I'll catch up with you.
All right. So, Kashar, have you ever broken into anybody's house before?
Yes.
All right. So if you weren't in a power loader, you might be able to use your tabula to maybe not switch off, but at least lower or reduce the security protocols. If you
That
broke
is a
in.
fair point. Does
Oh yeah, if we're
somebody
gonna
else,
hack into it, I'll jump at
Yes,
the
my
power loader.
giant
I
but
was gonna
powerful
say,
robot
does-
body.
somebody else want the power loader? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, all right. I'll jump into the power loader then, because I've got bionics anyway. So
Yeah.
I just
it's like a
wanted
second
to,
skin.
that was for the, hey look, I'm carrying the coffin, let me in. But yeah, that's fine, I will go and...
It'd be perfectly obvious to Kashar, but not necessarily obvious to us as we're like, I want the power loader. I want the
Yeah,
power
no,
loader.
that's fine. I'll go and hook my tablet up and see what I can do.
All right, so Kashar is going to run towards the house, try and engage with the security protocols.
If not, I'm gonna punch a hole in it.
Zelian is like, oh yeah, I know how this. I'm a level 3 rating on these. Is any and you're going to direct Carvis and other folk to go and have a quick gander in the warehouse or something while this is going
Yeah,
on?
see if there are any other blasting charges or anything else we can use to get into this house.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do.
All right. So, folks who are going to run over to the warehouse, you make me. Is it observation in this game?
Infiltration?
No,
Filtration.
no, it's not sneaking.
Observation.
Observation.
Observation, yeah, observation.
I'm running over to the warehouse, aren't I?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, the warehouse.
yeah. So
Oh, that's
not you,
not me then.
not you, Kashar. The
Right,
others.
I'm
Success.
near the loader. What am I doing? Where
Um,
are we going?
So there is a warehouse that Zelian was like, folks, have a look in there while I get into this power loader. Kashar's,
Oh, okay.
Kashar's, I'm going to run up to the building and do some hacking. And then if you wanted to do something else, you're very welcome to.
And we're observing
We're having a look in the warehouse to see what we can spot.
the warehouse.
Yeah, so
I've got one
Okey-dokey.
success.
Right.
If the hacking doesn't work, we have to smash our way in. So it's basically looking for anything else that we.
I've got 3 successes to look in the warehouse because I'm a science and I have
Tasty.
wits 5 and observation 3.
Well, yeah, it does
Nice.
look a bit like a science lab in here. Like they are taking the raw ingredients, the poppies they're growing, and turning it into opal, and they're refining it and that kind of stuff. There's probably some other stuff going on here as well that they're just using because opal is legal, and that kind of stuff. So they're probably doing some other shady shenanigans in here as you look around. You gather.
Does the layout of the lab match the size of the building, or does it not mesh? Is there like a secret lab that I would be able to work out the location of based on the size of the building and the size of the room?
No, because it's cooler and it's fairly hot here. Aside from like some plastic sheeting on the walls to sort of keep everything out, doesn't look like there's more to this lab than there should be.
No sort of hidden trapdoors
No
under like.
trapdoors, no secret
Okay.
laboratories, none of that. There is a lot of like processed opal in on a pallet in one corner, near where you assume the power loader would come, pick it up and go and put it on a barge, and that kind of stuff. There's
How flammable does this building look?
the bit in the middle, the lab, the processing part looks fairly flammable. Like you could blow all that shit up. In fact, there is probably like a bunch of Bunsen burner fuel and that kind of stuff going on around here as well. If you wanted to make it excitingly explodable.
I don't think I'll do it on the way in.
Or take to put in front of the door and explode kind of thing.
Opal is the sedative one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I might pick up like a brick of that.
a massive brick.
For scientific purposes.
What better
I was
thing to
thinking mainly
knock
for
somebody
throwing
out
into a
with?
room and shooting.
Yeah. Hit them with
Wow.
a brick of sedative.
Stick it on my arrows.
Inside the goose, on the arrow.
Opal on one arrow, fire it in, and then send your
Push a
grenade arrow in next
across
to
his
it.
mouth.
Yeah, gosh. But yeah, you're absolutely certain there's no hidden labs here. There's nothing nothing dodgy. You spot some flammable items, some things you could probably make a bit of an explosion with. You spot the opal, which is probably worth quite a bit, especially if it's unproduced. It's like fresh.
I'll
I'll
opal.
take a brick of
Yeah.
it as well, actually.
We could find their ventilation system, just take a bunch of this and light it and smoke them out.
Chuck it in a
Depends if
room
you know how
with a
to
frag
aerosolize
grenade
it.
taped to it.
I mean, that's
You
a
won't be
good plan.
smoking them out with this. You'll be smoking them in.
Give up, just chill out, stay in, pass out, throw up on your
Right,
own
this
shit.
is just a drug lab. There's nothing in here we can use except for these brick-sized lumps
Well,
of
then we are
opal.
relying on Kashar to hack it or me to smash it open then.
Alright, so, Kashar, I would like you to make a -2 data gym roll.
A -2 data gen
Well, he
roll.
spent some money on his
Yeah.
systems.
I'm just checking my dice. So I should get
I
9. No.
I would like to bless this roll.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. So Carver's calls for a quick little prayer meeting.
Yeah.
Prayer huddle.
Calls you over before any
1, 2, 3, prayer.
prayer. 1, 2, 3 icons. What do you say to Kashar? Anything?
Don't fuck it up.
Paul it. Good luck and don't fuck it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just sort of rest a hand on Kashar's shoulder, be like, Icons guide your hands, and may they find the way into this place so that we may liberate.
Free Beybasin!
I say my own prayer. Beep, boop. Give me all your loot.
Free Beybasin!
Oh, that's pretty good. I got 2
Two
successes
magic
out of 6 dice.
Nice.
I think I
Nice.
can show them to the camera without tilting it up too much. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I really get more than 1.
Right, so you got 2 successes on a -2, but then we were also also had it blessed, which gave a bonus, so it was all
what
cool.
does the blessing do?
This gives you
forgot.
3 dice.
Oh, okay. I only rolled my own dice.
Oh, okay. No, it was literally doing a blessing.
No, I have the talent bless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll 3 different dice.
The icons.
2 successes.
Oh, that's good. There's 2 successes is good. All right. So you don't completely deactivate the security systems. It does unlock internal doors, and it does switch off the front door's shutter, but doesn't open it. So you disconnect the power to it.
I'm going to smash it in then, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what I need to roll to be wearing a power loader, but you know.
I'm gonna look up the gear. It's gonna be a
Heavy machinery.
that's the wrong system. I need a heavy machinery roll.
It's opening a tin can. But...
What shutters have come down?
Yeah, so the shutters are closed. Kashara's switched off the power systems that is essentially the hydraulics that'll keep it closed, and that kind of stuff. So once you open it, you're in.
Well, if Zellion fails, I will do something with force to try and open it.
Magic force.
I'll let everyone know that I have a sensor smoke grenade, just in case they need some cool cover.
So we could lift it up, throw the grenade in. We need some kind of thermal imager to see if anyone's inside or not.
Excellent.
Equally, Akida, if I throw the opal into the air, shoot it.
Sure.
We're very intent on exploding.
Arrows don't explode the.
I've got a machine gun. It's cool.
It's so crude.
We'll just Scarface. Oh wait.
Or just get some dib dabs, dip them into it, and shove the whole thing under the door. 5 minutes later.
All right, so Zellion, while you're in the exo loader, you have +2 to your armor, -2 to any agility rolls, but +2 to force,
Right.
and you can lift up to 500 kilograms without having to make a roll.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's the
Wow.
that's the details
I'm
of
going
that
to
one.
use my force to pull this door shutter off.
Sure.
Use the force.
How many dice do you get? I'm curious.
I get 4 from my strength, 1 from my natural force, +2 from my power loader. So 3, 4, 5.
I'm as strong as the power loader.
7.
On him, but if you had the power loader, you'd be stronger.
You're strong.
What's your force roll?
3.
Oh wow, strong.
Strong.
Sounds like the problem that I had in The Expanse. I could shoot him, but I'll hurt him more if I punch him.
Just hold the bullet between your knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Several.
I had
You can have
brass
one in
knuckles
each.
as well, but it hurt more if I didn't use them.
That is funny.
1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 5, 5. So I'm gonna roll that again.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh man,
Uh-oh.
I suck.
Can I try? Can the might of Carvus attempt to lift this?
No, no.
That would be great.
I think you should just flick it with a nail.
So
Ping.
there's a difference between the way like the
Yeah.
exo the loader exo will do it and the way that Carvus will do it. So what Zellion's trying to do is literally rip the thing off the front of the building, and if we succeeded with that, it wouldn't be there. The only way Carvus can do it is to push it up.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, like lift it, and then when he steps away, its weight will just knock it down again. So it's still going to be there to get back out. That's the difference.
You
The
could
difference-
wedge the loader in underneath the door if you do lift it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my gambler's talent.
Oh, you're just going to straight in and just go.
Oh.
Okay.
This is the barbarian can't open the grate, so the wizard steps up and lucks his roll, isn't it?
Yeah. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Assault wizard.
I'm a barbarian with intelligence 3, but I'm going to crit succeed on this
Jim
intelligence
just
check.
doesn't want me to
No.
lift it up.
I'm going to punch it twice, get frustrated, see Carver stepping up and be like, no! It's my door! I'm smashing things!
I like to think you got it stuck on the claws. You just punched him through and pulled it off. Just
Like you mentioned earlier, the exoload is just in a tight space. I'm just like backing up and forward, trying to get it in there. Like, yeah, can't get it in.
Beep, beep, beep,
Look at
beep.
it, like,
You're doing it properly, like you're following the protocols that you've learned. So you put the reversing light on, you step back,
Yeah.
you put the hit switch, change the thing.
stop to change the light bulb to blue.
Yeah, clear
Check the
behind
mirrors.
as you, that kind of stuff as you move. And there's
all
just
the pre-flight checks.
the 4 of them there, just watching you, just like, what's going on?
Trying to be cool.
And then you get there and you literally just yank the thing off the thing.
They brought the truck.
Comes down, falls
Oh,
over.
well, okay.
Bits of the original door kind of fly off with it,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. And then there's a guy with a right behind it who immediately is like, the fuck, and starts shooting. So
Gets an arrow in the face.
let's have initiative, and I always have to try and remember initiative because I always forget which system I'm using and whether I need a deck of cards or a dice or what we're going
Do
here.
we roll a d6 and add the gun to it?
Yes,
No.
so it depends on your weapon, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll not get anything from you.
No.
No?
You can't even see. You got a door in the way.
6. Oh, I don't have a door. I picked it up and threw it away.
Yeah.
Just ripped it off.
Very dramatic moment.
I'm literally the one stood directly in front of the guy with a gun.
Right.
So
I do hope you
Gonna
go
sh-
first.
he's only going to shoot me.
What's the initiative on a brick of opal?
Doesn't give you a bonus on your initiative, unfortunately.
Okay, I got 6 then.
Alright.
I'm assuming
How do we do initiative?
Roll a
So
d6.
you roll a d6,
Oh, is it? Okay.
and then you add any
My bow's
bonuses
got
to your
+1.
weapon. So you,
Yeah.
you get d6 +1. I'm assuming the
5.
exoloader doesn't add anything to initiative.
No.
No, so I'm
No.
6 then.
Okay. Gosh, a
If
lot of
anything,
sixes.
wouldn't.
I'm at 2.
I rolled 2d6, remember, so
Oh, you do. Alright, so
Oh, how do I
six-
get that talent?
How's that?
combat veteran.
Combat veteran.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so
Talent.
Zellian has 6, and Rawiwa.
Rawia.
Oh, good grief,
You know, I
Rawiwa.
think you and Rowie are good
Rawia.
friends. and you
Rawia.
can just call it Ro. I don't think we spent enough time for it to be Ro.
Rah.
Ra.
Ah,
Rah, 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 we
I don't know why I can't get it. I think because I keep seeing it like in the two. Anyway, you folk are on 6.
Yes.
Carvus is a 2.
I'm at 2. I'm a
Yeah.
slow boy.
I'm a 5.
Speedy boys.
5 for Akita. What did you get, Kishar?
It's a 6. I got a 4 on my dice, and you get +2 from the cricket. You don't roll 2 extra dice. You just add 2 to
Yeah,
the
you
dice
said
roll.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I am also a 6.
So many 6s.
The slow one here.
Yeah.
Slow.
Alright, so on initiative 6, we can choose between who we want to go first, kind of thing. We can pick and choose. So
Given
Zellian's there at the front. You can see this guy. He's throwing up his rifle, his weapon, because he wasn't expecting the door to literally be ripped off. You're there in your exosuit, exoloader even. Clunky, slow thing. What do you want to do if you're first, or do you go, oh shit, for a moment, which lets
I
Akita
think-
shoot an arrow or something?
given I'm at the front,
Mhm.
and I think Akid's on a 5
Oh yeah,
anyway.
yeah, he is.
I think I'd like to react
Okay.
first, but it depends on whether Rawia and Kishar were like stood behind me, guns at the door, like ready for it to open, or whether they're a bit shocked to
I was literally just going to throw that brick of opal at the first person I saw.
Stood to the side, assuming
I have 0
the
combat training and
shit's
quite
gonna go off.
I'm crouched between your legs.
an average agility, so believe me, I'm not a
Yeah.
combat character.
I am just gonna go
Take
rip
your
it
moment.
off with one pincer, and then see the guy and try and grab him with the other. And just,
Okay, so he is a bit. He's not like literally behind the door. He's in the corridor.
I
A little
can
bit.
move.
Yeah, you can move.
I'm just gonna take a couple steps and punch him in the face with a metal robot.
Okay. So terrifying. So slow. So you move with 1 point, and then you're going to try and hit him.
Yeah, a melee attack.
Melee attack.
I don't know anything about what it counts as with regards to...
You get no bonus for the melee attack because it's so slow as you swing this thing. If
So
there was some sort of like
bonus.
giant queen bug monster that was also really slow, it might be a fair fight. But this is a little guy who's like, oh, kind of thing. So you don't get any bonus. It's just your melee.
2 successes.
All right, so he are gonna do so he gets 1 success, so you're down to 1 success. What would be the base thing for just trying to hit him with? Let me have a look in exos.
I mean, my unarmed damage is 2.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's more than that since I've got a robot hand.
Let me see.
Because if it's not, I'll leap out of the suit and punch him in the face myself.
Quick eject and launch yourself at him.
Yeah.
Nobody expected the.
Yeah, I've got
Everyone should expect a flying Zelian now. It's pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty much standard
yeah.
MO. All right, I think it'll do 4. I'll give you an extra 2.
Cool. And I will do 4 points of damage to him.
4 points of damage to him as you sort of swing this thing around. He tries to dodge out of it. The pincers grab him, and it's more like you sort of bash him into the wall than like punch him. You
Uncomfortably squeeze him against it. Like,
bang. All right. Kishara and Rayua.
Ishar could go before me. Yeah, I mean, you guys have got combat experience.
Okay. I've mostly got shooting people in the back experience, but
well, he's pinned him against the wall with his back to you.
I've got dodging flung poo experience.
Okay.
It's a good thing to have.
I got 2 successes.
Okay. And you're shooting this guy, yeah?
Yes.
No, he does not. He does not get any armor.
I do 3 points of damage. And I'm then going to do a quick shot. I'm going to take my dice out that I lose. You lose 2 dice, right?
Yeah, -2. He is not a leader.
Oh, I got 2 successes again. One day I'll do the triple crit thing.
Wow.
He
Yeah,
is not a
so
leader.
another
Where is
3
this guy?
damage.
I'm in the wrong path. Another
So
3?
do six damage to him then.
I did, yes.
Ow.
It's unusual, I normally miss.
He's taken 10 damage. This guy's got to be down.
I hope so, because
Unless
we're in
his
trouble.
armor does him well now, you have murdered him. No.
Murder, death, kill.
You did MDK him, yeah. He dies.
Yay.
He stops struggling and pushing against the pincer, and then just slumps over it. You can feel the weight of his body on the thing. It's not big weight because you can carry up to 500 kilograms. He's not that big a dude, but yeah.
I could use him as a flail.
See, I did a nice silent chirping cricket kill.
Bit,
The mini rockets.
bit stunned there. Yeah, a bit stunned.
Hit him in the face with a brick of opal.
You throw the other.
Nobody
After he's
shoots it
dead.
because they weren't expecting it.
It's the
But
dead
just
body
pick
in
it
the
up
face.
Is he going to turn into a zombie now? Like we killed him and threw drugs at him?
Alright, so there's this quick bit of combat. This guy he's not dead, he's broken. He's out. And unconscious. I'm guessing we move into the building more. We advance.
Yeah, I'll jump out of the exosuit.
I mean, at this point, I'll draw my sword and my shield because no.
You're like, oh shit.
I was just like watching Zelian and then this wall comes off. I'm like, oh god.
Oh yeah, fight.
I'm defo going behind them in a kind of doors and corners kind of way.
Yeah, watch the Dungeons and
Yeah.
Claws, kids.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna take point and do the whole
Right next to
like,
Zelian.
combat rolling pointlessly round corners.
Does anybody comfort Rayua? She's like, you guys have all fought before. She's looking a bit like.
Oh yeah, is this the first time you've seen us like murder? It is. Yeah. Is this the first time you've seen anyone
This
get
is
murdered?
the first fight I've ever been in. Last time I was in a fight, It was a battle of words over publishing rights.
I'll pat you on the shoulder and say, it was a good shot with that brick thing, though.
I'm a bit
Or-
better with the spear.
Oh, well.
I practiced in class. And everything.
It was a gift from a Sugoi tribe that I lived with for a month.
Nice. Oh, has it
I
got like
do have a
beads and
Jura
feathers
knife
and
if
shit
you
on it
want.
as well? Yeah.
I
It's
stole it
It's
It's from a
off
gift
the
shop.
audience.
Come on.
It's
It's from a
gift shop.
museum gift shop.
Still got the price tag on it.
I got this from the local tribe.
The local tribe run a gift shop to fleece Coriolis people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
Alright.
sticker that says replica on it.
Yeah. All right. So,
It's actually LARP save. It's made of foam.
as we stand there, our doctor suddenly realizes we're in deadly combat as somebody's just been smashed to death by a power loader and a spy as she shoots from next to her.
Yeah, I think I might take a point of mind damage from that.
It's also sudden.
Raise your stress level by 1. Oh wait.
Like a dove in a jungle, what was once flourishing is now released into chaos.
And we advance down the corridor, looking pretty cool because Zellion will have done this before. Carvus has got his riot shield and his sword out, badass as anything.
Where did you even keep those?
Yeah,
It's,
yeah. The Mercurial sword, it's got like the handle looks like it's
got a
an
lightsaber.
engraved religious rod, and it just suddenly turns into a massive Mercurial sword.
Yeah, it's like a lightsaber.
Are there any cameras in here?
Yes, you Kashar will notice the camera as soon as you come in. There's a little blinking camera.
That's cool. I wonder if I can get into those.
You want to find a way to go and hack them?
There's an arrow in it.
Oh yeah, Akida's like no, clunk.
Okay.
And we advance.
Slow down, Hawkeye.
Yeah, you see better from up here.
Guy.
Hawkeye.
Oh,
Hawkeye,
if you wanna hack them, I'll leave them. That's fine. I
Oh,
won't.
no,
I
man,
won't
if you
shoot them.
shot it, it's just funny. Like, oh, I wonder if I can climb.
Alright, we advance through the corridor looking pretty badass. As we move down the corridor, we look left and it looks like there's some sort of break room with a fridge and a
Are
table.
there any lab coats in the break room?
Yeah. Zellion has flashbacks.
Good. If
Yeah.
there is a lab coat in there, I'm putting it on because
If I
that's the
see-
one thing I said I was going to do.
I nod of respect to the fridge.
Is there a like a Musa Cola vending machine or anything in there?
No, there's a couple of bottles of Musa Cola, but do you know what they look like? Is somebody's brought them down from Coriolis, and then they've been refilling them with tap water. So the wrapper is all crinkly and faded. They've got the wrong color cap on them, like the Musa Cola and that kind of stuff.
Travesty.
Yeah, like they're just recycling and reusing them rather than actually. Cause it's got to
I
cost.
Won't have that
Well,
real
it's good they're
aubergine
reusing.
flavour though, will it?
I just take a minute to report them to the equivalent of trading standards.
Yeah, they're not selling them; they're just using them. Yeah. There is probably like a lab coat hung over a chair. It's got like it's not a very good lab coat. It's not completely clean, but it's there.
A clean lab coat is suspicious.
Yeah.
I'll put it on.
Just feel a little bit more comfortable. As
Don't put
you
your hands in the pockets.
pocket clams.
That'd be so weird. Like, oh god,
Oh yeah.
why?
I'll have a quick.
Pocket clams.
Don't give one to Carvus, he'll bite through it.
There's teeth on the other side.
Do you do that if we're going to intimidate somebody, though?
And we advance.
Oh, yeah.
We advance through the corridors until we get to an area where it looks like it's a security room. It looks like it's got security feeds. You can see bits and pieces around the room. There's a desk. There's a bank of screens, and you can see. It covers most of this compound. Nothing over on the other side of Beybasin, though.
This feels like my jam, doesn't it? So, do you mind if we spend a few minutes while I attempt to hack all this stuff?
No,
Yeah, hack away.
Because we can
that shows where they are.
Yeah, I'll be looking for the coffins and stuff like that. So,
All right, so you're not really going to need to hack, but it's definitely a data gin to make sure you're cycling through all the systems,
Okay. Yeah.
looking at all the cameras and everything that's on here. Yeah. So yeah, go for it.
Okay. Oh, 1 success.
1 success.
Oh my gosh, I've got 4 1s in that roll.
Nice.
Yeah, so 1 success.
Do you want to push and get more?
No, I think I'm cool.
Right. So you go
I'm
through.
just trying to speed things up for us.
Yeah, you go through all the cameras. Doesn't look like there's anywhere that they're storing or doing human experimentation. There's no sort of medical suites. There's no sort of medical rooms on the cameras. There is no places where they are storing coffins or stasis coffins or anything like that.
Where's the guy then?
There is. You do see a place. And it is from, you spend a moment or two to try and work out, like, that looks like that. Okay, yeah, okay. So there's 2 guys who are stood outside a door, and it looks like that's a panic room kind of thing. Because they're stood in a bedroom. There's been a wardrobe or something pushed aside. You can see there's a big, horrible door in there. And then there's two guys just stood in a bedroom. Maybe they're not stood. Maybe they're like, ready to, that as a desk pushed over and they're ready because they've heard stuff come through kind of thing. And you know the way through the building to get there.
Is there an intercom?
Probably.
Cool. What kind of weapons do they have? You can just say a rifle or a pistol.
Yeah, they've got rifles.
Cool.
They are rifles.
I'm going to click the intercom. How much money do I have? I think I've got 13 there. And just sort of casually say, if you're interested, today for the next, let's say 2 minutes only, I'm buying rifles for 600 bear each. Although I do get 1 free with every corpse.
All right. Make a manipulation roll.
Nice. I like it.
I'm laughing because I think I get 3 dice.
Are you not close enough to use pheromones?
No, I'm not. No, and I haven't. None of the other. Well, some of the other players know I can do that, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's find out then.
I'm just hiding my dice from Graham, who might be just there.
Yeah, I got no successes.
How many?
No successes.
No
3
successes.
dice isn't very much.
Yeah. So you hear like somebody else on the tannoy, like another voice, and they go, 1,000 per bounty on each of them. So that's there's a beat where he goes, 3,000 burr if they all die, and the guys with the guns go, yeah. You see them look at each other. Yeah.
So do I know where they are in relation to me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna essentially lie and say, pretend that we're somewhere else in the building and say, okay guys, they're round the next corner to your left, as in the exact opposite of the direction we're going to come through. Okay. And then I'll just, we'll go and shoot them then.
All right. So they don't move. They're ready. They've got a place to stay.
I've got a grenade. I can throw the grenade, or somebody else wants to throw a grenade at them?
Are they behind a shut door? Like it's the door closed?
No, the bedroom door is closed, but it's a normal bedroom door.
Yeah.
Behind them in the room is a big, horrible panic room. So there is a locked door behind. And they're there essentially to murder anybody who tries to come and get in the panic room.
So, I just want to throw a grenade, but I'm happy if somebody else throws it.
Ditto.
Well,
what grenade are you throwing?
I thought this has gone very oddly from stealth hacking the computers to throwing grenades. Like, when did that step happen?
I think it's when we started hitting people with power loaders and doing shooting.
Oh no, I
think it's when the rocket launchers.
No, literally
fired.
2 seconds ago you were hacking into the room, and then I was just throwing grenades around. I thought we were.
Well, so I know where they are, but
it's literally a surveillance room. It's not a server room.
Database, yeah.
So
it's not
literally
the server.
a surveillance room. So
is there a server room?
Um,
we see from the surveillance room.
No.
Is there anything monitoring a kind of?
Doesn't look like it's that style of operation.
Chuck a grenade in it. Okay.
Got it written all down in a little black book
Probably. I mean, there'll be
in his panic room.
in his panic room. There'll probably be some kind of console or something that's got the data and that kind of thing on it, but nothing as complicated as Coriolis or as impressive as the conglomerate or anything like that. This is all,
Yeah, I was just assuming that we're going to have to kill the guards that are in the way to get to the guy in the panic room.
Yeah. Sounds all right to me.
Yeah, I mean, I did try and talk.
Sure.
I care not. Throw a grenade in. I just wondered how we'd gone from hacking it to grenading it. It's cool.
Okay.
Grenade away.
Grenade away. So we make our way through. We try and find. We get to the right place, and then we're gonna just throw a grenade in the room.
I'm actually gonna let Celian. Do you have a grenade?
Yes, I've got 2 concussion grenades.
Ah, me too. Okay then.
Why? Do you want me to throw 2 in as well?
What do I get? I'm all right actually. Do you do it with agility? Is it the same way as range combat?
Range
It's a range
combat.
roll,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was going to be dexterity, which I'm absolutely shocking at. So
No, it's range combat.
great. I'll throw my own then. I don't really mind. I mean, if they don't get up, then great.
Well, I will take mine out and hold it, and if you throw yours in first and we see what happens, and if they get back up again, I'll throw mine.
To get back up again.
Alright.
And then if they're still not down, I'll chuck one of mine.
All right.
I mean, I say my grenade. I found this on a dead body, so.
Yeah, me too.
I've got frag grenades, so.
I did it. I got 3 successes
You got
finally.
a critical success.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I believe you. You don't
Yeah,
have
the
to show me the
dolphins
dice
in the
tray. It's
way.
all good. It's all good. Right.
I trust you, honest.
No. I'm just so pleased. It
I'm
finally
just so
happened.
excited. Right, and then this is where I have to remember how, because atypical damage, is that what it's it? Why is it showing me a trauma kit? No, that's the crit table. Don't need that yet. Oh. Can anybody remember how grenades gone? Because this has gone out my brain. Alright, when you bonus effects, reload. Blast, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's the blast It's the blast number as if it was an attack against the
Last power
defense.
6, damage 1, crit 2.
Alright.
But I'm not sure what extra successes do on the throw. I assume increase the damage of the blast.
I would imagine so. So range stunts. Let's double back here and check. Increased damage. You can inflict extra 1 point of damage. Crits. Raise your initiative. Suppressive fire. I don't think you can suppressive fire with a grenade.
Well, they might. They're like,
The enemy drops her weapon or some other handheld item of your choosing. All right. So how many? You got 1 to get it in the right place.
Yep.
And then an extra 2 for your bonus effects.
It is crit 2 on the grenade if you want to do a crit.
Yeah, crit on both.
Crit 'em both. And then roll a blast for us. Roll blast 6.
Okay, no worries. Does that mean I roll 6 dice?
6 dice.
I mean, I am tempted to make them drop the guns, but I got 1 success on that 6, if that's what we're rolling for.
Alright, so its base is 2, which means you're going to do 3 points of damage. And then the question is, did you want to use your original 2 successes to get a crit? Or are you doing 5 points of damage?
No, we'll do the crit.
Do the crit. Alright, roll a d66.
Alright then, brown dice is first.
Let's get the crit table up.
Oh man, if it was the other way round, it'd be a 63, but it's a 36.
Ooh.
It's a broken arm, isn't it? Because we did 32,
36?
33 last
No,
time.
it's punctured lungs, 36.
alright.
Ooh.
Shrapnel through the lungs, tasty.
Alright, yeah. Tasty. This is a fatal.
Oh.
On a 36, wow.
Yeah, but it's fatal in D6 days.
Alright.
If they don't get medical assistance in the next 4 days, they're gonna die. It's fatal in that time.
Aha, we just wait them out.
Just wait them out, smoke them out. They're stunned for a turn because of this, and then anything they need with dexterity is -3. So we kick open the
that
door.
second grenade then.
We kick open the door. We lob it into the room. It goes off like as it's falling between them. Explodes the table. Shrapnel and bits and pieces fly everywhere. You both hear them sort of like thud and thump around. And then, as Ben says,
So, are
another
they
turn.
not out of the fight then?
They're not dead, no,
Right, I'm going to chuck my grenade in then.
but they're stunned. They're bleeding profusely.
Open the door for you. Close the door for you. Open the door for you.
Is that with your shield? You're like,
Yeah, I've got the shield in front. I'm like, open door, grenade, close door.
Right.
Open door, grenade, close door.
I'm going to throw my...
That scene in The Expanse where the grenade flies through and the Nameless just runs in, kicks the door open, throws it back, and clunks it. No, that kind of sort of shit. All right, who's throwing the next one? Zillion.
Me, if they're not out, then yeah.
No, you can hear them groaning.
That was the plan.
And shit,
Wait-
where's the
Waiting for the
fucking...
third grenade after this.
They're stunned for a round, right?
That's 3 successes again. 3, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2, 6, 6, 6.
You know when you read them like that, it all just goes like over my head like the Matrix. Like, yeah. All right. So I guess you're going to trigger a crit with your 2 extra ones again. Is that what you're going to do?
9 dice. It's ridiculous at range combat.
Nine.
Yeah, and
And then
Blast
okay,
6.
roll blast 6 for me.
hang on, 1,
Wow.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, oh shit, dropped a dice. Nothing.
No extra damage or anything like that.
No, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5.
All right. So you can't do a crit if you don't do any damage. That's not allowed.
Well, I'll push that then.
No, you can't push a blast roll, can you? Because it's not a skill roll. It's the
That sucks.
But you've got 2 damage already.
Yeah.
You can convert your 2 successes already into damage, so you'll do it.
I'll do that then.
2 extra damage. Let me check there because they've taken a beating already. Right. Okay. You hear groaning. You hear crying from one of them. And maybe you hear like one of them was trying to like push himself up or recover, get to a position, and you just hear like a thunk kind of thing. And nothing. No, they're not dead. They're broken, aren't they? They're broken.
I look at Akita and like, to be
Oh.
sure.
oh. No, I'm just going to go in the room with my bow and arrow.
Open
Kill 'em.
the door.
You're just gonna go and execute them? Yeah. Coup de grace.
Cool.
Well, I assume by now they're either in bits
I mean,
or wishing they were in bits.
as you look at some of them, it does look like most of their insides are now outside.
We've redecorated.
I put them out of their misery, to be honest.
Quick, get them up on the.
Thump, thump.
Oh, you go in there, just put them
I
out
was
the
just about to field medico.
Let me just check how they are. Thump, thump. Oh yeah, they were both dead.
You're both dead. Arrow grenades.
Cause of death, puncture wounds. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, were those arrow grenades?
Yeah.
You
Coriolis new
have to kill
technology.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, they were already out. We could have just put them on the bed and sedated them.
The bed is toast.
I think everything in the
Nothing
room.
in here. Look, the whole place is fucked. Just shrapnel everywhere.
Everything's against
Oh,
the
everything
wall.
is on fire.
The wall is falling apart. The ceiling's cracked.
The
The
bookcase
only thing
that was
intact is that
there.
panic room.
Yeah, and you can see like this door. It is fine. What are we gonna do?
I'm tempting to knock my sword against this thing with Beybasin come out to play.
Get some whiskey cola bottles.
Is that what we do? Ting 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 ting.
I mean, we can politely knock and see if somebody wants to come out to talk.
Alright.
I mean, they've just heard 2 people explode twice.
Before we knock on the door, I'm going to say to him, why don't we tell him we've got to wait for him to get out before he gets horribly murdered by all the militia that are about to rock up, all the guys that are about to rock up.
I mean,
Then he might actually want to come out and talk to us,
Kishar,
rather than threatening him.
do we know that they've got... No, they've seen us come in, haven't they, on the camera systems and everything. We
Yeah,
can't
with
say,
the
like,
shields.
oh, wait, bang on the door, like, we're here to get you out, sir. Like, we've killed the rebels or whatever, like. We can't do that.
We're a bit deep in that.
He'll
now, I
have
think.
screens.
Yeah.
Camera definitely saw one of the guys get pincered.
Yeah. He was...
Yeah, sorry, I didn't arrow it quick
fine.
enough.
Can we get into this door?
I mean, I
Do
can
we
try
think-
hacking it while you try talking to him.
I mean, it's designed not to be. It would be a ridiculously difficult role to do.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even think it's.
Is there a buzzer?
There's probably like an intercom on the side. Yeah, there's got to be that kind of thing. Like when the police finally come and be like,
I'll dust the blood and shrapnel and stuff off it.
The panic room, is it like a sealed metal box?
Yeah, it's basically a safe that humans can survive in for a while.
Can we pick it up and take it with us?
Not with the Fowler. It weighs more than 500 kilograms.
That's a shame, because we could
I was
tell him-
thinking,
It's like a vault.
like, because in D&D you've got that wizard's problem of like, I'll magically protect the door, but the wall is easily breakable. So like, it's like the door's really hard to open, we just smash a hole in the wall. Like, oh yeah.
Send your fighter at it. No, this is basically a safe that will have its own air supply and stuff for a limited amount of time. So your options are to entice them out or wait them out.
Yeah.
We find the ventilation shaft because obviously they've got to have some kind of outlet for oxygen.
You're opening the intercom.
So Akita presses the button, and it's like, wait till my family's to hear what you've done. You're all dead. There'll be bounties on you all.
Hey.
I'm a Beybasin. Do you know who the Beybasin are?
Whoa. Stop. We are your way out of here. Dali Osman's people are coming, but your people are fighting them. But they're going to die. We're your way out of here. However, there's a price. And my friend, and I'm going to look at Carvis, is going to explain to you right now what that price is.
And the response is, I'm listening.
So, either, well, if you want to get out of this, as he said, with, yourself intact and not having these chaotic military people decide what happens, we need to know what you've been doing with everyone that's come off these drop pods. We need to know where they've been taken to and what you're doing with them.
The drop pods? The stuff from Coriolis?
Yes, the coffins are inside the drop pods that keep getting delivered to here.
Oh, we pay Artia to take them to the conglomerate. They go up to the fancy place near the monolith. They're loaded on the barge. We don't keep them here. Oh, well, some of them. We get to keep some of them as slaves, but most of the ones, they get sent up the river.
So look at everyone else.
We're good now,
Yeah,
right?
take your finger off. Take your finger off.
Yeah.
Take your finger off.
Yeah, take it off.
Take it off. Huddle so you can't see you on camera.
So there's a barge that goes up to the
Yeah.
conglomerate.
It's the barge.
Well, then we need
cross
to
the
get
river on.
access.
It's the one we crossed the river on. Amusingly, if we somehow stop this guy talking to anybody, we can do our original plan, unload some coffins and sail down the river with them.
We can use. I wonder if that guy we put in the closet knows where he's going to the conglomerate. Because if he does, we can get him to drive us to the.
If this guy knows where it's being shifted, he's got to have some kind of like manifest with like the address on.
Details. Built black book.
Yeah. Or like some kind of shipping.
Or there'll be someone. There's
Yeah.
got to be a
Hand it over.
bookkeeper in the organisation.
Yeah, there's no way someone's paying enough money for people to be shipped from Coriolis, which is horrendously expensive, without keeping tabs.
And there's no way this guy in here won't have some protection against those people that he's doing it for, because this is fucking dirty work, and he will cover his own ass.
Put my finger back on the intercom.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know all the details that you have, bookkeeping, everything, access to whatever servers you've got. I will tell you that
He laughs when you say, you hear like a laugh when you say servers. This is Kua. There's no servers outside of the monolith.
Well,
Everything
whatever
gets those
documentation you've got.
fucking worms inside, or the bugs, or the...
We'll have your books then.
And he says,
You also might be interested in knowing that your deals were about to be cut off.
oh, we don't make much money from it. It's the contacts though, isn't it?
Yeah, there was going to be no more contact.
And then he suddenly remembers like he's in a very dangerous situation and he shouldn't be bragging about it. He says, look, it's all cash, all hush-hush. Not much is written down. Goes to Pier 58 in Little Algol. They review it, and then they send the barge back with bills. Contacts normally a person called Q.
Is that Hugh or Q?
Q.
Q.
Just a Q. Don't know anything other than the initial. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Mon Capitan.
I can't
card
take him
never hit me.
seriously since My Little Pony.
Oh, he did, didn't he? We just put him on the barge. We send him up the river, and we get some money back. That's all the deal is. Q then sorts us out with contacts. We ship extra opal, a little bit of other stuff on the side. It's all we do. It's all we do. It's good contacts
Right.
across the horizon.
Can I do something to test to see whether or not he's actually telling the truth about that's all they do?
Yeah. Yeah, you could. I think it's just a manipulation roll, isn't it? It's just your manipulation versus them.
It's like a reverse manipulation, isn't it?
Yeah, you're seeing if you're being manipulated.
Send a thief to catch a thief.
Yeah.
Oh, throwing dice on
Oh, he's in bad trouble. 4 6s.
Send a priest to catch a priest.
Yeah. He
Who will rid me of this turbulent drug dealer?
he is he's definitely keeping things not like there's more to it than that, but you get, what did you get, 4 successes?
4 successes.
So even with his 1 success, you're still on a critical. This is not like I'm trying to keep information to myself. This is more like
trying to convince me that's all he knows.
yeah, this is more like, I'm being honest, Gov.
Yeah, I'll take it off the intercom again. Alright, he doesn't know anything else. So we've got 1 piece of information, and that's all to keep him from what we can see. So we're going to have to go to this pier.
Pier 58. We're going to take him with us?
Well, if we leave him, he's going to die.
Or,
I don't care about that.
No,
I'm more worried about at the other end if someone's not going to...
Yeah.
Do you
You might
really
be able
want
to
to?
talk us through some of the security, perhaps. But yeah, I vote we offer to take him with us, and once we're in, he can go, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that not going to be cheating Dally Osman of his prize?
I thought the drugs were what Dally Osman wanted.
Dally Osman wants the operation.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the people. Yeah. And
He
with the
also
people out of
is
the way,
stupid enough to get pissed on the way here and pass out.
That's also true.
So, you know.
Just wait till everyone's... and then press him to come again. Right. If you want out of here, you can come with us to this pier. And then once we're there, when we get in, you can go. We don't care about you at that point. If you stay here, these lot are either going to wait you out till you starve to death, or they'll weld their way through your door and eventually get you that way.
He says probably some sort of like a standard sort of, the deal is set, like some sort of little prayer to the merchant kind of thing, like sort of phrase, it's a deal, I'm cutting my own throat, but it's a deal kind of thing. The door opens, or begins to open, and there is this guy. He has black tattooed lips, like black stained lips.
Yeah.
And it kind of, like, those folks who were looking at Carvus confused now realise why he was staining his lips. It wasn't just for weirdness. And he steps out. He does have like a pistol, but it's like he's holding it up like, if you're going to shoot me, I'm going to go down shooting kind of thing. And he takes it, and he sort of, we're all okay? We're gonna go now, right? We're gonna go right now.
What's in his secret room?
You can see that there's a CCTV. There's a small safe. There's a big old pile of opal in there. Probably some other drugs as well. So a bed, a space PlayStation or whatever. He's got 3 days here. A fridge.
Space station.
A space station in the a fridge in there. It's bolted to the wall.
I love that you have to.
Where are those
clarify
cool
that.
binoculars that I saw earlier on?
Yeah, the binoculars. These binoculars.
I grabbed those.
You go in there, you take them. And yeah, there's like a fridge full of food and that kind of stuff in there as well.
Cool. I'd take some pocket food.
Pocket food.
Yeah. Got any clams?
No, it's all that Legion stuff, that ration kit things. I've got some, and he points in the thing, and it's like some very nice, it's like the cheap version of what would be a fancy stuff, like the budget. So I can flash the label about champagne stuff, rather than the actual good champagne, which has tiny words on it, which the real version. So he sort of gives up. You steal his shit, and he's like, "We need to go now. Then we're going now. Then because you can hear outside like celebrations and free Beybasin, that kind of stuff going on."
Lose the dressing gown, man. Put and I'll grab a cap off one of the dead guys in the room.
He looks in his bedroom.
Surely
just
it's got
stick it on his
brains
head.
still in it, like
Exploded. It's like, oh.
Flick it out and then put it on his head.
He puts the hat on.
Let's just check he isn't like carrying a weapon or a
Well, he
communicator.
is. He's got a little pistol.
He's got a
hasn't he?
pistol.
No, like the thing where you say, "Oh yeah, there's my gun," and you've got another one on.
All right.
Oh yeah, you got like a machine gun taped to your back.
Yeah. Ho, ho,
Yeah,
ho.
he's not gonna John McClane.
All right, somebody
it with
make a
couple of
quick
pistols.
survival roll.
Yeah, are we gonna wrap up soon?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying quick.
Sure.
I'm not good at it, so I'm not doing it.
2 successes.
2 successes. He doesn't have anything. He's got a big
Okay.
he's got a big roll of bills in his pocket, like a big fat chunk of Burr script there in his
take that.
pocket. And he said that, "Oh, that's for conglomerate. Fine. Okay, yeah, no, life is better than but we're going." And
Ticket on this barge is quite expensive, my friend.
Yeah. And then we hustle to the barge. Are we keeping the drop pod on it?
Nah, just don't
Pushing it over?
I don't think we can get it off, can we?
You could. It'd be hard to drag into the compound, but it'd be quite easy to just push it off the side of the barge with the power
yeah.
loader.
We make sure we don't push
Dally.
him off as well. Make sure we get the guy
get him
out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Do we
guys.
have to get him out?
The guys have got Dally. He's asleep on
Get
the floor.
Dally out.
They've put a jacket over
Yeah.
him.
Take
like-
the
Yeah, we'll
coffin
push
out
it
as
out.
well, I guess, just in case we need it.
Nah, it's
Has
okay.
his first lieutenant not taken over, murdered him and taken
Actually,
over?
We should take the coffin because we can put the Beybasin in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
All right, so we
Why
take.
do we need to freeze him?
We don't. But
Just need, like if we can't find a good time
Options.
to let him go, we can put him in that and set the defrost for like 4 hours, so we'll be gone when he wakes up.
Accident
Let's-
travels to the future and he comes back.
Yeah.
1,000 years.
1,000
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
All right, so we
So good.
we push it over the edge. We keep one of the stasis coffins on the ship on the barge. The guy we tied up and put in the cupboard. What are we doing with him? Is he going to be in there?
Just chuck him out on the shore.
Chuck him on the shore. He's awake. When
Can
you-
anyone sail the barge? I mean, I've got pilot 1.
Yeah,
I also
Is that
have
enough?
pilot one.
it
Maybe
should
we
be
can
enough
look at
unless
the-
there's like rapids and waterfalls up ahead. Should be fine.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Why would you mention such things, Melly?
Well, then I go back to the shore, grab the guy, and throw him back on the boat. He's now our,
He's now
our pilot.
He's
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah. I'll peel off some of the wodge of burr and I'll stuff it in his pocket and I'll say, "You work for us now."
He's like, yes, boss man, no problem.
You're my wife now, Dave.
Yeah.
Go away, my wife now, Dave.
Gotta love that show.
So
Oh,
good.
man.
So good. Especially if you know anybody called Dave, because that was just years of torture for them.
And then we begin sailing down the river towards the monolith.
Sail away,
Towards the monolith.
Oh.
As we head towards a step closer towards the door. You can hear in the background Beybasin, people screaming and shouting. Yeah, and the celebratory "I'm going to shoot my gun in the air" noises going off as the small shanty town probably burns to the ground until tomorrow when the new regime starts. So
Sounds good.
that's where we'll end this session, sailing off down as the sun sets. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you very much for joining us in chat. thank you very much for the suspicious fridge pictures. That's brilliant. Love it.
Fantastic.
We'll show it at the start of next week so everybody can see the full picture. But you can come and join us on the Discord if you want to see it, because there was very nice of is it Naren and Zeta who put it
Yeah,
there?
it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you very much for doing that. So come and join the Discord, and you can be the first person to see all the chart, all the silly art that we're going to do in between now and next week. What day are we on? We're on Tuesday. So in a few hours,
Yes.
Spectaculars, New Eden City,
New Eden City
and
in USA.
yeah, USA, unknown, well, vague place in the USA for Spectaculars with Matt and the North America crew. They've made the characters. They've what is it? Grendel, Swift Fox, Meatman, and Nightlight, and
Alley Cat.
Alley Cat. There
Alley
you go.
Cat, yes.
That's
Yeah.
the street night.
And you've
one.
made an awesome intro for them, haven't you,
I
Millie?
did. It took ages
It's very
to
cool.
render today.
Well,
Ages. Yeah.
It looks so cool.
That's in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Then it'll be Wednesday.
Issue 1.
Yeah. Then it'll be Wednesday, and Jim's back with more. Twai.
Watatao, watatao.
Yeah. Once upon a time in the old world, WFRP4. They got into a bit of trouble with some Skaven or something. I heard.
Don't be
I
silly,
think
there's no
so.
such thing as Skaven.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, my
They're
mistake.
strange beastmen. I think there's going to be some fate points being used.
That's some serious stuff then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting those back in a hurry.
Yeah. And then on Thursday, we get to find out if Lance Corporal Zim is going to be sent up to the medical frigate Hela in Alien, Colonial Marines Operation Deep Shaft, because naming your medical frigate after the goddess of death is not at all ominous. It's the best thing. It's totally fine up there. It's not full of David androids or anything odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfectly safe.
Very
Don't
safe.
worry.
Yeah. So that's Thursday.
Stasis interrupted. Fire in
Cryogenic.
cryogenic.
So that's Thursday. We're playing more
I'm looking
Aliens.
forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it
Yep.
too. And then wrapping the week up is Ben with some Dune.
With some more Dune, yes. Part 3 of 4 or 5, one of those.
8.
Small number. No, it's not. It's definitely not 8. Right, on we're on. We're on. So Friday the 18th and Friday the 25th. So yes, it's part 3 of 4.
There we go. Come and join us if you want the exact times. The best place to find them is on the wonderful picture that's on the Discord server. But mostly, it's 9 p.m. BST or 9 p.m. EDT.
CST.
Other time zone.
Central.
Central.
BBC,
BBC.
GBH.
But yeah, the
All
best.
those.
I keep plugging the Discord because I really like it. It's a really lovely Discord community, and you should all come and join it. It's the rules.
Don't forget our Patreon.
Come and join that as well. I like it.
There's a link in chat.
There is. There'll be a link in the things if you're watching on YouTube. Thanks very much for getting to the end. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to press that thumbs up thing.
This is a bit when no one's watching on YouTube. You know,
I know.
The episode's ended. They're like, next
Next.
video.
Laters.
Yeah, I say it though. Peace out, folks. And on that note, if I'm being told it's a waste of time, I'll play the outro. I'll play the thing. If you have got this far, thank you. I love you. See you tomorrow,
We
guys.
do.
Bye.